The following is a live sports presentation on Glycon.
Glycon's coverage of Central Kentucky high school football starts now.
It is week 2 of Kentucky high school football and Glycon Sports tonight in Shelbyville, Kentucky, where we're going to have Collins, the Titans, hosting the Spencer County Bears. I'm Jim Tyree, along with Coach Jamie Brown. We're going to bring you the action of this game tonight. Coach, this Spencer County-Collins game used to be a rivalry. As a matter of fact, they used to be in the same district. Now, they'll argue it's still a rivalry because of the fire in their eyes and the fact that there's only about 17 miles that separate these two schools.
Yeah, Coach Lucas said you're going to hear him say it's been a rivalry game. They've lost 3 out of 4 because of that. From a coaching standpoint, I'm really excited to see two different philosophies of offense go against each other, a wing T versus a spread. Should be a great game.
Both teams won their first week matchup, both by 40 points. Both held their opponents to less than 10 points on the scoreboard. So both are rolling in here on a pretty big high. Spencer County, you mentioned the wing T. They'll run variations of it tonight, I'm sure. And it's hard to prepare for when you don't see it that often.
You don't. One thing about Coach Lucas is he works for a guy named Jim McKee at Scott County, who's a wing T guru. So he's going to have some things in his head to stop it. But if you don't stop it, it can be a long, long night. So I'm looking forward to seeing that schematic part of the game.
Collins High went down to Lexington, beat Lafayette by 40, and Cade Gooden, the quarterback for Collins, had a huge night, 255 yards in the air and 5 touchdowns, as well as 95 yards rushing and 2 rushing touchdowns. So he had a big night. I look for him to have another one.
Well, you hit the key. He can throw it and he can run it. And when you can do that in a spread offense, very difficult to defend.
It is an absolute gorgeous night here in Shelbyville, Kentucky. Couldn't ask. We got October weather at the end of August, so it's beautiful here tonight. Should be a good one.
Kind of night you want to coach in, I'll tell you.
We're going to take a look at the weather forecast right now. 74 degrees. It's going to be beautiful. Tonight's weather forecast presented by Suntime Pools and Spas. Good people to know if you have a pool. Low humidity, partly cloudy. It might even be chilly by the time we get out of this one. Glycon Sports continues in just a moment.
Leaves and other dirt and grime are no match against the experts at Suntime Pools, your BioGuard dealer. Weekly service, computerized water testing, or just need advice. Our reputation has made us the company of choice for all your pool needs. Visit us today for a full line of BioGuard swimming pool products. Suntime Pools.
Hey, who turned out the lights? Hello?
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something at school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglas High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job.
Listen up. In a world overwhelmed by noise, we live life on simpler terms. Our terms. No agendas, no drama. Our ride, our rules. Let's ride.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
This edition of Coach's Comments is brought to you by Bluegrass Community and Technical College. Get started by finding the program that works for you at bluegrass.kctcs.edu. Bluegrass Community and Technical College. College for your world.
Welcome back to Glycod Sports in the pregame, covering the game tonight between Collins and Spencer County here in Shelbyville. It's time to check in with a visiting coach, two-time District Coach of the Year, Mike Marksberry of Spencer County. Coach Mike, glad to have you with us. You got off to a 1-0 start last week. The big win, 43-3 over Louisville Moore. How big was it for your team to get off to such a good start?
Well, I mean, it's always good to get off to a great start. We got 2 sophomores that are playing, so they had kind of some nerves at home. So you're able to get those out of the way, and we kind of started off a little bit rough, and maybe our timing was a little bit off because of the nerves, but then we started playing a little bit better football, and but we also know that the opponent that we face is going to be a different animal this week than what we faced last week.
Running the wing T, it's an offense that teams don't see very often. Therefore, their preparation is key. How much of an advantage does that give you?
We are a run-first team, and we don't go out in practice and do 7-on-7 all the time in practice. We're doing inside run periods, and we're working on running the football and staying on blocks and getting on blocks. So it's a little bit of a different scenario, but we think it's also hard for people to replicate, to take a team that doesn't do what we do and try to simulate it for a week. I mean, I think that's pretty difficult, but Collins, we've played them for a while, and they know what we're about, so they'll be prepared for it.
Glycod Sports with Collins hosting Spencer County tonight, week 2 of Kentucky high school football. We're talking with Mike Marksberry, the head coach of the Bears of Spencer County. Coach, last year your team did not turn the ball over much. Last week, no turnovers at all in the win over Moore. Is that the formula for your team's success?
We pride ourselves. We don't like to put the ball in danger. That's one of our staples. You can ask any kid in our program. We're about running the football and protecting the football. We don't like to put it in danger. We generally win the turnover battle over the course of a season. I think last year we had like 5 fumbles all year long. So we take care of it, and we think that's a recipe for success and valuing the football and putting time in kids understanding how to secure the ball during the game. It's just something we put an emphasis on, and I think if you can run the ball and win the turnover battle, you're going to win a lot of games.
Coach, you've won 3 out of the last 4 against Collins. What do you have to do tonight?
Well, we have to be sound and disciplined. They're going to make plays. They're talented. Their quarterback is an amazing talent. He can run it. He can throw it. But you just have to understand that they're going to make plays, and you just got to limit their big plays and make them earn everything. Try not to give them short fields. Tackle well in space. Just be sound and disciplined and understand your keys. And what you can't have happen is they'll make a play on you, and then all of a sudden they turn that play and they get the momentum, and you kind of lose your mind and lose focus on what your objective is. But we've played them a lot. It'll be a phenomenal environment. This is why you play high school football.
No one college can be all things to all people, but Bluegrass Community and Technical College is as close as it gets. We're affordable, like you've got a great chance to graduate with little to no debt. Affordable, flexible, with in-person, online, and hybrid programs. And you can easily transfer your credits to continue on to a 4-year university. So while we can't be everything to everyone, we can be a lot of things to you. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
Drive with the confidence and security of a pre-owned Kia from Cartown Kia. This incredible certification package is loaded with a 5-year, 60,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, 10 years of national roadside assistance, and 2 years of free maintenance. Choose from over 70 certified pre-owned Kias or over 1,000 vehicles of all makes and models. It's new car driving at used cars prices with certified pre-owned Kias from CartownKiaUSA.com.
We all make choices about alcohol. Kids make choices whether to drink or not.
Bye, Dad.
Bye-bye.
Remember, I'm going to Alex's party tonight and sleeping over.
Have fun. Hey, remind me about that party again?
And adults make choices whether to talk about it. That's true of parents and every other trusted adult in a kid's life. Kids want to know our expectations, and they want honest answers in everyday conversations. So talk with your kids and help lead them on a positive path. Because when you talk, they hear you.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
With Fast Signs, create custom deep-sea signage that makes the wait a visual escape. Fast Signs, make your statement.
Stuck on the road? Call Martin's Peterbilt Mobile Service. Our 24/7 commercial roadside service, truck and trailer repair, and warranty service will have you back on the road in no time. Call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling. You're watching Central Kentucky High School Football on Glycod.
Tonight's Keys to the Game are presented by Martin's Peterbilt of Central Kentucky. They strive to keep your trucks moving through outstanding parts availability and unmatched service. Keys to the Game, Coach Jamie Brown. Coach, let's talk about First Spencer County and see what they have to do to get a win tonight. Again, they run that the wing tee. I keep wanting to call it the veer because, that's what we used to call it back in the day, and there are variations of this that Coach Lucas called the veer, but it's something that's just difficult to prepare for when you only see it once or twice a season.
Well, and he said it in his opening. He said we want to be able to run the ball and control the clock, and that's going to be key for them. To your point about the veer, that's what the wing tee does. It gives you many aspects of different offenses in one set. So big key, be able to run the ball, keep that talented quarterback and offense off the field. And then his point about turnovers, to only have 5 turnovers in a season or 5 fumbles, they didn't even say that's incredible, and that's what he wants to do. And then the last thing for them, they have to play through big plays, and he mentioned that because the QB, the Collins offense is going to make some plays. So you just got to play defense and make sure you don't give up too many of them and you don't lose your momentum when it happens. You do that by keeping the ball running at wing tee offense.
How difficult is it to kind of defend a guy like Cade Gooden when he can throw for almost 300 yards, but then he can turn around and run on you as well? And they've got athletes behind him and to the side of him that are weapons that they can also utilize.
Well, the key to him is he can run it and he can throw it. So it does the same thing on wing tee does. It gives you a numbers advantage on offense.
Right.
When the quarterback is a runner, you can have an advantage over the defense. The defense can't make the number game work. In other words, you can have a runner that's not accounted for by someone on the defense.
Yeah.
And you can't replicate it because you don't have someone on your team to play quarterback in practice as good as him.
All right, let's get to the Collins keys, and we're going to hear from Jerry Lucas, the head coach of the Titans, in a little bit. But what are their keys tonight to defend that wing tee?
Well, Coach Lucas knows the wing tee. As I mentioned, Jim McKee, he works for him. So it's assignment football. It's practice and assignments all week, and same thing, not allowing a big play. And what Coach Lucas had to decide during the week is what is he going to allow? Is he going to let the fullback get the ball? Is he going to try to stop the outside? This is what we call C-gap or buck plays. What's he going to take away? What's he going to force? That's a little bit of how you stop the wing tee is you make them run what you think you can defend the most. And then on their offense, the disadvantage of a spread sometimes is you go 3 and out very quickly, and you give the ball back to the other team. They can't do that. They've got to maintain the ball, get some first downs, get big plays, but also not go 3 and out or have sacks or something of that nature that puts them in a hole field position-wise.
Talking with Jerry Lucas, I got the sense that on the offensive side of the ball, if we just do what we do, we're probably going to be 90% of the way there. You agree?
I do, and he made a great point. He said, first half was sluggish, and his defense kept him in it in the first game, and then in the second half it just exploded. And that a spread offense takes time because a quarterback is often making multiple reads, especially RPO game where he's reading whether it's run or pass, and then design runs for him take some time. It's a little bit different than a running back getting it. So I think you're right on there.
This broadcast is authorized by Martha Lane Collins High School with production rights owned by Glycod. Our aim is to provide the most positive representation for all participating student athletes, coaches, and game personnel. Thank you for watching, and we'll hear from Jerry Lucas, the head coach of the Titans, coming up next here on Glycod. Supporters of Oldham County High School's athletics. Robin Lawson and Financial Solutions Incorporated have been recognized over a dozen times as Oldham County's best financial planner. Robin and his team provide individuals and small businesses the tools needed to achieve their financial goals because they care not just about the result, but also the process. Visit their office in LaGrange at 309 West Jefferson Street or learn more online at oldhamfinancial.com. Financial Solutions Incorporated. Clarity for your financial future.
This is Woody with Simpsonville Automotive. Hope you're enjoying the game. We're leaders in customer care because we're always on. Free air out front 24/7. Our gift to the town. It's always on. 6 loaner cars ready for pickup or delivery anytime. After hours, use our drop box or secure pickup boxes anytime. My team gets it done. Simpsonville Automotive. We are leaders in customer care.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
Hi folks, Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. HKC installs the most effective gutter guard on the market at half the cost of the national brands. We guarantee it. Call today for an additional 20% off.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
When you want the right agents for your real estate, choose the Van Treese team with Semin & Realtors, Louisville's oldest and largest real estate firm. Former University of Louisville basketball star Stephen Van Treese and his wife Laura have put their diverse and combined expertise to work in helping you buy or sell your house. Contact the Van Treese team at 502-468-1463 or visit them online at vantreeseteam.semin.com. Semin & Realtors, always one step ahead.
Donating plasma is an easy way to earn up to $600 a month as a new donor while saving lives. That's right. Every donation you make helps patients in need survive and thrive. Returning donors also see monthly bonus payouts and I Give Rewards points. Go to cslplasma.com to learn more about plasma donation. CSL Plasma. Good for you, great for life.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by German American Bank, building our community since 1910. HKC Roofing, better than guaranteed. Kinzer & Kinzer, delivering clean, comfortable air. And by the Van Treese team with Semin & Realtors, Louisville's oldest and largest real estate firm.
Glycod Sports coverage of tonight's Kentucky high school football game between Spencer County and Collins High continues as we talk with the head man of the Titans program, Jerry Lucas. Coach Lucas, last week a big win over Lafayette by 40. What did you see from your team in their first regular season game?
I thought our kids played hard. I'm excited about the fact that, we've had 2 scrimmages and our first game. Our kids have played hard in all 3 games, given great effort. I thought our defense has been consistently good at early part of the season, and they were good again the other night. We gave up a couple plays, but we played hard. Offensively, it took us a while to get it going. We took the ball down, had one decent drive, but at the end of the half, we got in our 2-minute offense, and we drove it down and punched it in, and I thought that really got us going. In the second half, we scored 28 in the third to kind of put the thing away, but I thought Lafayette was very athletic. They're a team that has a whole lot of athletes, and they're getting better every year, and they've got great history, so it was a good game for us first game.
There are those that say this game tonight with Spencer County should not really be a rivalry game, as you're 5A, they are 4A, but there's definitely some history between the two teams and, of course, geography, too.
Well, that's true, but in all fairness, when we started off, we were 4A forever, so we were in the same district with them, so I thought we developed a big rivalry while we were in the 4A class, and we were in the same district.
The all-time series between the two, led by Collins, 10 games to 5, but Spencer County has won 3 of the last 4. Coach, how have the Bears been able to get the edge in recent in-person meetings?
Well, it's always been a great game. You know, I remember back to our state championship year in 2013. We were 13-2 and won the state championship, and it took a last-minute drive to beat Spencer 21-14 early in the season. So it's always been a big rivalry. It's always been a great game, it seems like. And these last 3 or 4 years, you know, from our standpoint, we felt like we've let a couple of them get away. We thought we were in control, and we didn't win them. And that's classic of a rivalry game. We just need to finish plays at the end of the game and win the games.
Talking with Jerry Lucas, the head coach of the Collins Titans, as we get set for his team to host Spencer County in a rivalry game here on Glycod Sports tonight. Coach, the Spencer County wing tee offense is something you only see once in a blue moon. How do you prepare to defend that? Or do you think you might see something different?
We've watched video of them early in the season, and they have kind of dropped their wing tee, unless he comes back with it Friday, which that wouldn't surprise me at all. He's running the inside veer. He's running some midline. He's running a lot more option than he ever did. He still has a few wing tee principles, but he certainly has changed his offense. I'm sure knowing Coach Marksberry, he's doing what he thinks he can do best for his team, and the plays that he's running, he's always had them in his system. It's just like he's focusing on different things this year, but it doesn't matter what offense, defense. It's going to be a great game. The kids are going to play hard, and we're excited about playing in this type of a game early in the season.
So how do you win this game tonight, Coach?
Coach Marksberry is going to do a good job of getting it to a lot of different people. We've just got to be sound in what we do, and we've got to get to the ball and tackle it. I would say in this game, normally the team that doesn't turn the ball over or turns the ball over less wins the game.
Listen up. In a world overwhelmed by noise, we live life on simpler terms. Our terms. No agendas, no drama. Our road, our rules. Let's ride.
Time matters, and when you need a fast and easy car wash, try Clementine's. Family owned and open 24 hours a day. Clementine's is a touchless wash that can make your car look as good as new in as little as 3 minutes. Visit them at Kroger Fuel Center at 2010 Highway 53 in LaGrange. Clementine's, a proud supporter of high school athletics and juiced by Thomas Car Wash.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and Louisville.
LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street, or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Anderson Sales and Service, a top choice for homeowners and lawn professionals. Crestwood State Farm agent Leslie Gilly. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. LaGrange Service Center, providing quality car care for more than 60 years. And by Clementine's Car Wash, LaGrange's 24/7 touchless car wash.
Tonight's game plan is brought to you by Elite Building Products in Nicholasville, the right decision for your home. And we go back to Coach Jamie Brown. Game plan for Spencer first, Coach. What do they got to do?
I think you look at it two simple things. Number one, early in the game, establish the run, find out how Collins is assigned their defense. Number two, the kicking game is vitally important for both teams, but probably more for Spencer because they don't have an offense that can catch up or can dig out of a hole. So you don't want bad field position because of a kicking mistake.
Gage Miller, 7 for 7 on extra points last week. He is solid. Now, Collins, as we talk about their kicker, we talk about their game plan. What do they have to do to get the win?
I expect Coach Lucas to try to get big plays early, loosen that defense up, get the QB rolling early, and then on defense, figure out the exact opposite of what Spencer's doing. Okay, are my kids playing my assignments, and what is Spencer doing? Kicking game is important for both, but really I think Lucas wants a fast start, get ahead.
We may have a game where they have to feel each other out just a little bit at the beginning. We'll take a break, come back and tell you who won the coin toss. That's next on Glycott.
To hear what's on your mind. Take this time to talk and get it right. You know I'll be there all your life. When you need me, I'll be by your side.
Little everyday conversations about the dangers of underage drinking can make a big difference in a child's life. Talk, they hear you.
At Don Franklin, we're about more than just selling cars. We're about families, generations of them. Founded by my parents in 1968, we've been here growing alongside you. From the first family car to the newest model for the next generation, our values of trust, care, and commitment are in every handshake, every deal. With over 5,000 vehicles to choose from, check them all out at donfranklinauto.com. Don Franklin, driven by family.
From Glycod, it's Central Kentucky High School football. Tonight's game is brought to you by Bluegrass Community and Technical College. College for your world. Manowar Harley-Davidson, 100% Kentucky owned and operated. IBEW Local 369. Power up your potential. New Vista. We see the good ahead. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling. Elite Building Products in Nicholasville, where you'll find top quality products for your home. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job. Suntime Pools and Spas, good people to know if you have a pool. And by Fast Signs. Now to the field for all the action from Glycod on Central Kentucky High School football.
All right, enough talking about it. Let's get to playing this bad boy. Collins hosting Spencer County. A little bit of a rivalry. And you see the Titans making their way to the field tonight. They're in the black uniforms, light blue numbers, white lettering, piping around the numbers, and the black helmets, while Spencer County is all in white tonight with white helmets as well, and blue numbers blazing their jerseys, and here they come from the far end zone and making their way down the far sideline. We're almost ready for football. Coin toss went Collins' way. They're going to take the ball. Jerry Lucas says, I'm just going to go ahead and take it and see if I can run it down your throat. Is that what he's thinking?
I think so. I think he wants a big play early, like we mentioned earlier. He wants to score, get ahead, because he knows that wing T offense doesn't function as well behind.
So now we're almost ready for kickoff of this one. We mentioned the weather earlier, but it just couldn't be any more perfect tonight here in Shelbyville, Kentucky. We mentioned game time temperature around 74. There's a little breeze blowing. Normally at the end of August, it's about 175, and humidity somewhere around the same at percentage mark. And we're all sopping wet on week 2 of Kentucky high school football, but it's absolutely gorgeous. We're going to get Collins on offense first, as long as nothing goes wrong on the kickoff, and we're going to get our first look at the quarterback, Cade Gooden. 255 yards passing, 5 touchdowns last week against Lafayette. He also had 2 touchdowns rushing and 95 on the ground. He is some type of special athlete. I tell you, Coach, I was chomping at the bit just to get a look at this kid.
Yeah, I remember him as an 8th grader in a middle school game here I saw, and he was a fantastic player then. What would be interesting also is to watch is how many design runs they have for him.
Right.
Is he scrambling for yardage or is it design runs? That'd be something to watch game plan-wise.
Good frame, 6'3", 195, just a junior. So Collins will get this year and next year out of him.
That makes Coach Lucas very happy.
I'm sure it probably does. Back deep for Collins is Jerry Hardy. He's standing at around his 5-yard line. Looks like kickoff has been placed on the tee. And being stepped off now by Jackson Brown. Maybe he plays the guitar a little bit, 6'1", 180. He's a senior, and he's getting ready to put foot to ball, and we are underway. It's going to be short, taken at, through the hands. Hardy has to go back into the end zone and get it. Doesn't matter after it crosses the goal line. It's a touchback. Helped out a little bit there, and you could tell Spencer County a little oomph after they saw it go through his hands.
Yeah, good kick, and then the high school rule saves you that's dead once it goes in the end zone because he looked a little indecisive. That's always hard to figure out what to do.
So they'll start at their own 20-yard line, will the Titans. 1-0. They're looking for their first 2-0 start since 2022. Got knocked out in the first round of the playoffs last year by a pretty good football team in Fort Thomas Highlands.
Traditional power.
Oh, yeah. Those guys know how to play it up there. All right, Gooden back about 5 yards from his center. All 4 receivers on the right side, 1 on the left. 5 receivers set, back to throw. Gooden all the time in the world. Now has to scramble out to his right. Throws down the sideline. It's caught. Is it incomplete? No, he was standing on the line when he caught the ball. It was intended for Paxton Truitt, a senior receiver, and Truitt couldn't pull it in.
See something there. QB stayed in the pocket, waited, nothing developed, then rolled. The receiver came back to him. Good coaching there on the receiver's part to come back and try to make a catch.
So not able to pull that one in on the sideline. It'll be 2nd down and 10 now. And I would hope, or I would think that Jerry Lucas would be thinking you can't go 3 and out first series after taking the football.
You definitely do not want that.
Oh, somebody across the line up front. Looked like the left side of that defensive line for Spencer County, Richard Gilbert. A 6'2", 253-pound defensive lineman, a junior, and he will give a free 5 to this Titans team. One thing you got to remember, too, Coach, and I'll get to it after this play, it looks like the Titans are going to stay with the play call. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Now they've got a running back and Askew in the backfield. Rolling a little bit to his right. Gooden pulls it down, now throws, and down the field. Is it complete? Are they going to say incomplete? It's an incomplete pass. He was not able to pull it in. Looks like he trapped it on the turf, and that'll bring up 3rd and 5. But, Coach, one thing we have to remember is that Spencer County has a lot of players that go both ways. Collins almost has 2 units that they switch out offense-defense.
Yes, and he also mentioned he has a lot of young players, Spencer did. So conditioning will be key, and that's why you're going to see more no-huddle than you probably would in a normal spread offense.
2 downs, 2 throws, incomplete by Gooden, and now 3rd and 5. Looks to the sideline for the play call. 3 receivers right and 1 left. Askew is on the left hip. No motion. And now back to throw. Gooden looks down the middle, to the left, to the right. Still dancing. Got all day. Now throws it down the sideline. Caught at the 45. Big-time catch over the shoulder by Logan Hulsman, the senior receiver.
Very apparent Spencer wants to keep the quarterback in the pocket, not let Goodwin run. They're not even rushing. They're playing in rush lanes and staying there. They don't want him out of the pocket.
That's a 22-yard completion, 1st down, and they move the sticks. Now at the 47-yard line, still on their side of the 50. Again, the play call. Gooden will look to the sideline. Signals coming in. 4 receiver set this time to the right. No running back. The count, quick throw. Jailbreak screen works a little bit. Anyway, complete, getting out to possibly midfield is Hulsman again. And Hulsman will pick up about 3. No, they're going to spot him back around the 49, so only a couple of yards on that throw, but it was a quick throw. That's a high percentage throw, Coach.
Yeah, that's what you get in the offense. You get it in the hands of your athletes quick. Staying in empty formation.
Going to get Askew out here in the backfield again. He's going to get out behind his quarterback.
Sorry, pistol.
Yeah, two receivers to either side this time. First time we've seen this look. And the snap and the fake pitch. Gooden's going to roll a little bit out to his right, throw it down the field, and it's knocked away. Beautiful defensive play that time by Caleb Higdon, the senior, 5'11", a defensive back that dove in front of the intended receiver that time and knocked it away. The intended receiver was Avion Delaney.
It's a very nice play by the defender.
So that'll bring up 3rd and long, 3rd and 8 now. And Gooden will have to go reaching into his bag of tricks a little bit here. This will be a long conversion if they can get it. Of course, they've picked up 1 first down already on a 22-yard completion. Back to throw. Gooden now has to scramble out of the backfield. Now going to move toward the sideline, get the edge, get the first down, and out of bounds near the 45, and a flag's going to come down for a late hit. So let's see if this was a blindside block or if it was a hit after the play. Not sure.
Looked like it may have been what they call blindside. Now, that was a pressure. They brought a safety blitz, and then Goodwin runs for the first down. So we hadn't seen any pressure at all, kept him in the pocket. The first time they blitz, he runs out for a first down. Of course, the penalty is going to negate that. But
let's take a look at that one again as Gooden's able to get to the edge, and it is going to be a blindside block penalty. You might see it coming up here at the bottom of your screen right there. Yeah, blindside block. So I'm interested as to how this is still going to be a 3rd down call, I believe, because even though Gooden picked up enough for the first down, where the foul took place, it's 15 yards. So they're basically right back where they started, Coach.
Gained 2 yards, basically.
So 3rd and 8, and Gooden gets another shot at it, but you saw the running ability of the junior quarterback right there. He is very adept at getting the edge. Going to drop back to pass, middle of the field, got a man. It's Hulsman again, and it's caught at the 20-yard line, and another first down. And Collins is knocking on the door. They are in the red zone at the 19-yard line.
That was the first throw to the middle of the field, too. Every other throw had been to the outer edges, so then they hit the middle, what they call middle vertical for that first down.
Here's another look at that 32-yard completion from Gooden to Hulsman. They've been able to hook up a couple of times already, and now red zone time for the Titans. Both of their conversions have come on 3rd down, So 2 for 2 in 3rd down conversions. And now 1st and 10 from the 20. Give it off to Askew. First handoff for him. He breaks into the clearing, and he's into the, almost made it into the end zone. I thought he was going to get there, but a touchdown-saving tackle by Aiden Trammell, the junior defensive back, and he's just about a yard shy, but nice blocking, Coach. They really opened up the lane right up the middle of the field.
Inside zone left, and then you've got to play the quarterback, so you lose a defender, leaves a hole to the front side.
They're going to mark him right inside the 2-yard line. So the gain was 17 for Askew on his very first carry of the game. Now Gooden awaits the snap on 1st and goal, and he's going to make his way into the end zone. It's Gooden taking it himself off the left side, and he gets into the end zone, and Collins is on the scoreboard first. And that was just basic classic, line them up and I'll block you, hat on hat. That's the kind of football I think we're going to see in this game, don't you?
Yeah, it was a quarterback lead play. The running back cheated over and led up, and then the quarterback found the seam. But important thing about that drive, 2 3rd down conversions, as you mentioned.
Yeah, 2 big pass plays to keep that drive going, and Collins gets on the board first with the 2-yard run from Cade Gooden, the quarterback. That's his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And now on to kick the extra point is Gage Miller. And the snap high, but they got it down, and he put it right through the middle for an extra point. So Gooden now, the kicker, Gage Miller, is now 8 of 8 on extra points so far in 2025.
That will make you smile as a coach.
Anytime at the high school level that you get a guy that's that accurate, you'll take him all day long. Let's take a break and come back as we'll get Spencer County on offense for the first time next here on Glycod Sports.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Setting up for the kickoff now. 2-yard touchdown run by Gooden. Miller the extra point. 7-0 Collins here in Shelbyville tonight. So now you get Mike Marksberry, and he's thinking, all right, I gotta show something too. I gotta answer.
Guarantee you his thought process is control the ball, have a great drive. Even if you don't score, don't give it right back to an offense that just scored on you somewhat quickly.
Kickoff is high. Taken at the 5 by the up man for Spencer County. And I think that's Jake Green. Get my eyes on him again after they unpile from on top of him. He gets it out across the 20 to the 24-yard line. So not a bad return, about a 19-yard return there for Green. And it'll be Spencer County's turn for the first time tonight. Green, just a sophomore, 5'11", 175, listed as a backup running back, but some nice moves on the first kickoff that Spencer County sees.
They did a nice job of getting a little wall in front of him, too, giving him a little bit of space to run.
And now we'll see Caleb Higdon, the quarterback, the senior. Or check that, I'm sorry, Higdon's in the backfield. The quarterback is Keon Davis. Davis turns and hands the ball off up the middle. First back through is Noah Kropp, the senior. And Kropp is able to pick up about 5. We'll give him 4 out to the 28.
So that's a staple play of the wing tee. They call it fullback belly. You get 3 or 4 yards, you're happy.
I think Coach Lucas told me in our conversation they had like 8 or 9 players that carried the football in their first game to win over Louisville Moore last week. So they use a lot of offensive weapons. Davis under center. You can barely see him. And that helps too when you're running the wing tee. Pitch out, cut back up inside, but caught for just a little bit of a loss is Higdon, who was moving from left to right underneath. And he was brought down for just about a yard, if anything. And it'll be 3rd down and 6.
You made a great point about the running game. The advantage of wing tee also, you get the ball to many different spots, which equals many different people.
We saw 2 big 3rd down conversions on the first Collins drive of the game. Can Spencer County get a 3rd down conversion here? 3rd and 6 from their own 29-yard line. Davis under center. They take their time. Moving in motion is Higdon from right to left. Turn. Handoff, not going to get the first down. It's, I believe, Kropp again. It is. And the senior able to get across the 30 to the 32, maybe the nose of the football past that, but it's going to bring up 4th down and about 2 yards. And a decision, not a very big decision for the head coach, Mike Marksberry. He sends on the punting unit.
Yeah, I think you need to punt here. That was the option, inside option, that Coach Lucas mentioned in the pregame, an element of the wing tee that you don't see a whole lot. But I think you need to punt it here and play defense to get settled in.
So now back to punt is the punter. Trying to see who they've got out there to punt for this play, and it looks like the snap was fumbled, and it's going to be a fumble. It doesn't matter who recovered it. It'll be a turnover on downs anyway, as the ball just did not get out cleanly to the punter, and that's going to give it right back to Collins, and they're going to get great field position.
Yeah, I don't know if they had a fake on snapping in the up back and something got miscommunicated, or sometimes it hits the up back.
Yeah,
I couldn't tell.
He's in the way.
But either way, not what you wanted in that situation. Remember the kicking game about bad field position? Here we are.
So Collins gets it at the 30-yard line of Spencer County and can go up 2 scores here with relatively great field position if they can put a short drive together. Gooden, hands off, Askew up the middle, bounces off one, but then taken down. Gang tackled, but led by Amari McCarthy, a junior. And Askew is going to pick up about 3 on 1st down to bring up 2nd and 7.
So that's the same play as earlier, inside zone left. It'd be interesting to see if he calls the cue to run off that, or the keeper or the read.
Running 2 deep back there on defense, Coach. Well, now starting to creep up a little bit. Gooden Waits till everybody gets set. Snap. Fakes the handoff to Askew. Now going to throw toward the end zone. Wide open. Touchdown. Titans. It's Avion Delaney. Delaney on a 27-yard touchdown catch. And Delaney, that is his third touchdown of the year.
Well, you actually spotted it first. They showed a too-high shell, and the guy came down, so they ran 4 verticals. There's nobody to cover that guy. So really good play call by Coach Lucas, good execution by the offensive Collins.
So the Titans take advantage of a Bears miscue on the punt team. And 2 plays later, they're in the end zone on Delaney's catch, and Miller's extra point is up and through, and very quickly, 14-0 with 5:55 to go here in the first quarter. Let's take another look at it. As they went down the middle, nobody found Delaney at all. Wide open, and he waltzed into the end zone. Spencer, Coach, they cannot afford to have miscues back in their secondary against this squad.
No, and when you leave a guy that wide open, obviously someone made an assignment error, but at the same time, it's a really good read by the quarterback to understand he had 4 verticals going against one person playing deep, and he found the open person.
For the quarterback, Gooden, that is his 6th touchdown completion of the season. So he's ran for 1 and passed 1 so far here tonight.
His earlier throw for a first down was off that same play. It was called 4 verticals. He's done a good job of reading who's going to be open in that middle one.
So Delaney now has the lead on the team in pass receptions for touchdowns. Having his 3rd, right behind him is Jason Hintz, the junior. He had 2 last week. So they were tied coming into this game. Here's Miller with the kickoff. And it's up, line drive, taken by an up back at the 20-yard line. And Ahmed head on at the 31. He'll get another yard out of it. Give him some extra credit for toughness there, but a nice job by the up back. That is Ryan Toby, senior. One of the up backs that got a nice return out of that. Gets him a little bit better field position, Coach.
Well, he did what you coach him to do. Pick up the ball and get yardage.
Go north-south.
Go north-south. Don't pull around. And nice tackle by the Collins young man. But, yeah, it's hard to get kids to understand that. Just go get yardage. Really need a couple first downs here.
At least one,
Stating
I would
the
think.
obvious.
Yeah, I think at least one. Stay out there and move the sticks once, and maybe you can get your defense's head back around after it's been on a swivel here in the early going. 14-0 Collins. And now here's the quarterback, Davis, way up under center. Snap, keeps it, ducks up through the left flat, and is able to get across the 35, maybe the 36, and give him the 37. Not a bad gain on first down. It'll be a pickup of about 4 yards, 2nd and 6.
Very important in a wing tee that your first down play gets you 3 to 5. And if you do that, you on schedule, as how people refer to it. You're on schedule where you need to be. So good play on first down for Spencer.
2nd and a long 6. Ball in the middle of the field. Talk about that offensive line coming up here in just a moment. They've got some good size, even though they have some youth on that line. Turn, fake the handoff. Now running for his life. It's the quarterback, Davis. Gets the edge, gets the sideline. May have gotten a first down before he got pushed out by Isaac Estrada, the senior. And it is a first down. They'll move the sticks up to the 45-yard line. That's a gain of 8 when it looked like that was going to be disaster in the backfield, Coach.
Yeah, very nice play by the quarterback, and he got depth away from the pressure and then found the sideline.
So the sticks do move, and maybe a breath there for a moment for Mike Marksberry and his offensive staff as they are able to get up to the 45-yard line. They are very deliberate. They take their time. They break the huddle. They come out. Everybody gets set. Very disciplined team. You don't see a lot of penalties. In motion that time was Green. Ball's down on the field, and I think that Spencer County may have covered the football. And was it the quarterback that jumped back on it, Davis? Yeah.
Davis got it back.
Yeah, going to lose about a yard there, but he turns around. He's not happy with his center exchange there. He's pleading with him. Let's see if we can get one right.
Well, they were going to run a wing T play. It's called belly trap, where you fake the belly and bring the wing back underneath, and I don't think he got a good snap, and he dropped the ball. So, and there was a big hole to the left, so that's usually what happens when you have a big hole.
Garrett Kaya, sophomore at center. The other 4 offensive linemen are juniors. Gilbert, Dwyer, Carrico, and Stewart. Turn, fake the handoff, then give it to the guy trying to cross on the backside. Flag down. A loss on the play. Higdon couldn't find any running room. The Titans swarming to the football, and we'll see what the penalty flag is. Could be a hold here.
Really good job of Collins of flattening that play out. What you want to do versus wing T is make everything run sideways. They did a nice job on that.
It was a hold, and Jerry Lucas says, nah, we'll take the loss. Back to the 40, it's a loss of 4. And that'll be 3rd and 15. And once you get behind the sticks, when you run this offense, Coach, hard to make up big chunks of yards.
Very hard. That's why Coach Lucas didn't take the penalty. 3rd and 15 is a long ways for any offense, much less a wing T.
And a timeout. Mike Marksberry wants to talk about it. So a timeout on the field. It's been all Collins in the early going. Spencer County got to get things together. 3:48 to go in the first. 14-0 Titans. Back in a moment on Glycod Sports.
Listen up. In a world overwhelmed by noise, we live life on simpler terms. Our terms. No agendas, no drama. Our road, our rules. Let's ride.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Our officials tonight for the game, Darren Bray is our referee. Steve Kriz is our umpire. Herb Hibbs, Don Hudson, and Woody Perry are finishing out the crew for Darren Bray tonight. 5-man crew for this game, and they have been a little bit busy early, at least running-wise anyway. The Titans have been up and down the field quickly. Spencer trying to answer, 3rd and 15, though. And here comes Davis with another play, handoff, and almost dropping the football that time was Jake Green, who was coming from left to right, trying to get one of those inside running lanes, but he couldn't find anything.
Well, they've had problems on 3 exchanges now, and when that happens in the wing T, you're in trouble because there's a lot of misdirection, a lot of faking of handoffs, so Coach Marksberry's got to be concerned about that. To your point, he almost dropped the handoff. Earlier they dropped the snap. So don't know if it's new people back there or just the timing's off a little bit, but you can't be doing that in that offense.
Somehow Green got back to the line of scrimmage, so 4th and 15, and here comes the punter as Spencer County will punt it away. They had problems on their last punt attempt, never even got the snap back to the punter. It's low. He'll take it. Rugby-style punt. The punter is Armin Smalley. He gets it down the sideline. What a punt, Coach. Down inside the 15 to the 12-yard line before it kind of kisses the sideline over there. He kicked it away from the return man.
Scared me a little bit. He's only about 10 yards depth, and then he's doing the rugby punch, so you kick it about 6. But that was a nice job, and he put it on the corner right on the sideline. That's what you want in rugby.
Javon Hunter, the wideout for Collins, was back deep, but didn't have a chance at that one, so they do pin Collins back. Worst starting field position yet in this game for Collins. They started on their own 20 in the first drive. Then they started at the 30-yard line of Spencer County after the muffed punt snap. And that'll be the 12-yard line. That's where Collins will start this drive. But Gooden has been good.
Try to flip the field here if you're Spencer. Get a 3 and out.
Gooden looks over the defense, set to go, 2 on either side, looking down the field, no pressure, just dancing back there. Going to throw it out to Askew, who has to go down low and catch it, and they're going to say it's incomplete. Spencer over there lobbying for that. They should have probably wished he caught it. It would have been a loss.
Yeah, you get minus 4 yards. So it's very apparent Spencer is not going to rush Gooden. They're going to make him set in the pocket. They're not even trying to rush. They're just playing the lanes and making him throw the ball. That's their game plan.
And, Coach, it looks like they're letting Askew kind of leak out of the backfield and be an emergency route for Gooden.
And they think you can rally up, make the tackle, you get a 3 or 4 yard gain. That's better than 30, obviously. That's what their philosophy is right now.
Well, the incompletion makes it 2nd down and 10. Everybody looks over. Askew's going to switch from the left to the right hip of Gooden. Again, 2 receivers either side. No tight end. Fake the handoff. Gooden's going to run. Up the right hash. Got room. Tripped up. Got away from it. Now brought down gang tackle style at the 36-yard line. Big run gets him a gain of 24 yards by Gooden. He is so good.
Well, what happens when you don't rush and you're not playing hard, then you're susceptible to the run. And that was a called QB run, what they call QB power. They pulled the backside guard around, and then big hole for Gooden.
Finally, the tackle holding on for dear life was Isaiah Smith, the sophomore. Gooden again, high snap, going to throw it back to the wide receiver on a screen. Caught by Jason Hintz, and Hintz is able to get another first down, winding his way down the left side of the field to the 47. That's a gain of 11.
Another excellent play. You fake what's called outside zone to the right. You throw it back to the backside. It's one-on-one backside, and he gets 11 yards out of it.
To the 48-yard line is where they're going to mark that, so give 12 on the catch by Hintz.
Missed by one.
That's an early guess. You know what I mean, Coach. Handoff to Askew this time. Got away from one, got to the edge, gets to the 45 at least, maybe the 44. And that's not going to be a first down. It's a pickup of 8, but they are into Spencer County territory. Made a nice adjustment there as he started to go into the middle, Coach, and then kicked it out.
Yeah, he did exactly what you coach running backs to do. You say run to the heels of your lineman or the butt of your lineman and find the hole, and he did that. And that was a great blocked play by the O-line of Collins.
Timeout, Spencer County. Mike Marksberry, he's trying to find anything to get his team rallied here to get a defensive stop. They are in danger of falling down 3 scores if Collins continues to run the football this way. Coach, we both said, it'll be nice to see Gooden. It'll be nice to see him in person, see what kind of quarterback he is. He's lived up to the hype so far.
Yeah, he's done everything right. The passing game, hitting 2 verticals, making good throws out of the pocket. The QB run called, he followed his guard perfectly. He's done a good job. If they can't stop the run and he continues to be able to throw the ball, it's going to be a very long night, obviously.
I would think, and I know it's very early, second game of his junior year, but I would think if he continues to develop like this, he would have a shot at a mid-major type school, wouldn't he?
For sure. I mean, NIL has changed recruiting, but no doubt he would definitely be able to play somewhere.
Good frame, as we mentioned, 6'3", 195. Put a little weight on him, get him up to about 205, 210, and maybe put another half inch or 2 on him. Mm-hmm. I think we could definitely say the frame is there and prototype for a mid-major school.
No doubt.
2nd and 2, and he'll roll to the right. Looking, sets, fires, going to go deep. Got a man, and it's incomplete. And there's going to be flags thrown as the defender running into the intended receiver down the sideline. Ball was underthrown. Having to come back to it was Jerry Hardy, and he was run into by the defender.
Ball being underthrown made the defender run into him because he had to come back. Just unfortunate. It happens to you out there on the island sometimes.
Jeffrey Blansett was the defensive back that's going to get flagged for running in. And he was beaten, and he did what he was supposed to do, and that's just get your hands up and hopefully face guard the receiver and keep him from catching the ball.
Yeah, 15 is better than 30.
That's exactly right. So down to the 29 after that. It'll be a first down. And mental mistakes, although some of them borderline, but still mistakes by Spencer here early as we near the end of the first quarter. 1:26 to go, 14-0, but Collins knocking on the door again. Titans handoff, Askew cuts it up the middle. Beautiful. Oh, it's not Askew. It is actually D'Avion Dale, and Dale, a second running back, is going to get up the middle of the field inside the 10-yard line and pick up another first down. It'll be 1st and goal at the 7.
Another new run play that's called tackle dart. The backside tackle pulls, leads up in the hole. Running back follows him. Big gain. We've seen about 5 different runs out of Collins already.
So Dale will stay in. Did not see the change. They go with D'Avion Dale. He's a senior. And now throwing into the end zone. That thing's going to bounce all over the place. Incomplete, intended for Hulsman. And they don't get the touchdown through the air, at least on 1st and goal. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 7 again.
That's a hard route to stop when it's executed. The receiver pivots and comes back to that front pylon. If you make the throw and the timing, it's hard to stop.
Most of the times that we have seen Gooden roll out, Coach, it's been to the right. That's typical for a right-handed quarterback.
Very true.
Clap of the hands, then looks over to the sideline. Got 3 over to the right, 2 to the left. So no back, no tight end. They don't run a lot of tight end sets. And Gooden's going to run, duck one, then duck inside, get down to the 5. Holding on for dear life was one of the defensive linemen for Spencer County, and Alex Calderon Garcia. And that'll be a gain of 2, 3rd and goal from just outside the 5-yard line. Actually, Coach, they placed that at the 6, so he only got about a yard on that 3rd and goal from the 6.
It's a nice play by Spencer. Generally on the goal line, when you're empty, no backs, you count the people in the box and you decide if you're running or not based on the numbers. So Coach Lucas saw numbers he liked, but Spencer made a nice play.
So they'll try it again. 3rd and goal from the 6. Fake the handoff to Askew. Gooden around the edge and tries to bull his way in. He did not get there. Just shy, right near the goal line. It'll be 4th down and goal. And something tells me Jerry Lucas may go for this.
I think so. That was also a designed quarterback run. He faked the dart play to the right. They ran earlier, and then he just kept it off the backside.
And the quarter will end, so they'll get a free timeout to go and talk about it. We've reached the end of the first frame. It'll be 4th and goal when we come back. The Titans already up 14-0. We'll see if they add to it when we return for the start of the second quarter here on Glycod Sports.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more durability, versatility, and #1 rated reliability built in. Like Kubota compact tractors that can do it all right. Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut. And the Sidekick utility vehicle built for hard work and fun at 40 miles per hour. Kubota equipment lives up to the highest standards. Yours. Visit your local dealer today.
Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and Louisville.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Start of the second quarter, 14-0 Collins over Spencer County, and they are 6 inches away from the goal line again. And
it's about as close as it can get.
Yeah, 4th down and goal. And Gooden is back in the shotgun. They're going to go for it. Can they get in again? And he's going to try to run it in, and he dives in, and that's a touchdown. And that is the second rushing touchdown of the game for Gooden and his 4th of the season.
Well, I think in that situation, even on the 2 or 3, you're probably going to go. Also, given the problems Spencer's had on handoffs, if you don't get it, you may get a turnover or a touchdown off a turnover. So even from the 4 or 5 yard, I think Coach Lucas would have went for that.
And when you have a guy like Gooden that's so good at finding the holes, and you've got a guy like Askew that's pretty good at blocking out of the backfield, that just makes sense.
Goes back to the number advantage we discussed. If you got a blocker and him, now you got a 2-man advantage because you've got to spread out and cover those 4 receivers.
And it's possible the route is on. Miller up for the extra point, and it is good. And he's 3 for 3 in this game. Going back to week 1, 7 for 7, so he's in double digits now. 10 for 10 on extra points.
Well, that was a really good job by the holder. The snap was a little bit off. He got it down and put it up. So I was chuckling earlier. There's 3 kids on the sideline playing football down there, and they're double teaming one guy with the ball. And they get up, and they've done it about 50 times. They need to recruit those guys to come play. I mean, they are tough kids down there.
It looked as if there might have been a chance. Gooden was in on that 3rd down run, kind of bounced in front of the goal line, but there was no hesitation other than the end of the quarter. Coach Jerry Lucas says, I'm going to go right at you.
Yeah, again, as I said, I think even from the 3 or 4 yard line, you're going to go, given your defense, given the problems that Spencer's had handing the ball off. You may get it right back or get a touchdown out of it.
All right, so Spencer County kind of shell-shocked right now. Let's see if they can get their head back into the game, down 21-0.
Yeah, what you're hoping for here is just a couple first downs to calm everybody down and try to get some positive momentum. You don't want to go 3 and out and give it right back to them.
Collins, the defense, especially up front, has been so good against whatever we've seen, whatever variation of the wing T you want to call it. But I think Spencer County's kind of shot themselves in the foot a little bit with fumbled snaps and not able to get clean exchanges between the running backs.
You said it. It just doesn't look clean right now.
A nice run back here by Green as he's going to get up around the 25-yard line.
I do wonder if Coach Marksberry will come back to those inside runs, just running right at them, try to calm everybody down, get the handoff, get a first down, see what you can do from there.
Are those the simplest blocking schemes in the wing tee, just those inside runs where you're kind of funneling?
Yes. You basically just go man on man, trying to get in the way, and he finds a hole. Similar to an inside zone play that everybody runs in college and pro football.
Nose tackle up front is Cameron Bennett. He's done a good job so far tonight. Been able to, and the thing you look for from your defensive tackles, especially on the inside, is against the wing tee, funnel those other guys behind you to get those tackles in the backfield.
Don't get them knocked back. Keep them on the line of scrimmage. Let the linebackers play the second level.
1st and 10. Davis turns, handoff, but not much. And I think Bennett was involved in that tackle.
So that was inside veer. So there's 3 options off that: give it, keep it, and then pitch it. So Coach Marksberry's thinking a little bit how I was thinking. Try to just get something inside, see if you can get some yards and get a first down.
It looked to be a handoff to Brody Phelps, a senior. First time we've seen him carry the ball tonight. And he got a yard, so he'll get into the book anyway. 2nd and 9 from the 26-yard line.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the same play again.
Spencer got the big win last week over Moore, 43-3. Did not complete a single pass in that game. They were 0 for 2 in pass attempts. And I doubt we'll see much here. Here's a pitch way out there. Recovered, though, by Green. And Green is able to get up the field and make something out of it up across the 30 to the 33. And that'll bring up 3rd and 2.
But even to your point, that was not a clean pitch. It was, he had to make a great. So they're just a little bit off tonight. Something's off with the timing. Something's off with the handoffs. And in that offense, that can be a real problem because it's all based on timing and deception.
And to give Collins up front credit, those guys are getting back there and causing disruptions.
They are. They're resetting the line of scrimmage. They're not getting moved on their down box or double teams. They're doing a good job, particularly as 2 inside guys.
1 wide out this time. Davis way up under center. Turns, hands off. It'll be a first down. Nice carry that time. Good blocking on the left side, and they go to Phelps again, and he'll move the 6.
That was inside veer to the left. Same play we saw first down to the right earlier.
So give him the 38. It's a pickup of 5. And 1st and 10 now for Spencer County. And Coach, they're following you. It's like you wrote the playbook. They're just following everything that you just said before we got started on this drive.
Maybe I should buy a lottery ticket.
Up the middle, nothing. And Phelps was met that time by a defensive back who was on a run blitz, actually a linebacker. It was Isaac Estrada. We've called his name a couple of times. The coaches really like that kid.
Well, to your point, the defensive line is doing a good job of keeping Spencer's line on the line of scrimmage, and it lets linebackers fill and fit holes, and that's exactly when a linebacker sees a hole, he fits it. And he saw that one, and he ran right into the fullback.
So Estrada, another tackle. Last week, he was 2nd on the team in tackles in the big win over Lafayette. He had 9 tackles on the night. And a couple of big ones so far here. 2nd and 10. It's the quarterback keeper. And trying to cut it back up inside at the hash is the quarterback Davis, and he'll pick up a nice 4 yards, I would think, and make it at least respectable 3rd and 6.
So that was a called quarterback keeper. It looks like dive. He keeps it. Did not have a pitch back. I would expect we'll see that same play at some point with a pitch option off of it also.
The thing you got to remember about Davis, we mentioned it earlier, 5'7", 141. It's hard to see him behind that offensive line.
He hides back there, and he's got really good quick feet, too, and he finishes physical. He's always going forward, if you notice, when he gets hit.
Big play here, 3rd and 6 from the 42. Tight set. 3 in the backfield, in motion. One of them, they'll give it to Green, and he's got a first down. First time tonight, the Bears are in Titans territory. Nice run by Green as he gets across the 45 down to the 43-yard line.
So that's the play they fumbled earlier. This time they got the clean handoff, and there's a big hole there.
See it again on the replay there as he winds his way through the defense and picks up the first down. So maybe, again, a breath of relief here as this offense starts to settle down a bit, but they're down 21-0, 8:10 to go in the second period.
The wing T guys call that play Sally.
I like that.
Yep, Sally.
Let's run Sally. Hand off up the middle. Not much there for Phelps as the senior twists his way to a 1-yard pickup to the 41. Well, they're just going to say the 42. So 2nd and 9 coming up.
Still staying inside. A-Gap's trying to get momentum inside. We did get the one pitch wide that was almost too wide. So I think Coach Mark Barrier keeps staying inside here with the runs.
One thing about this wing T offense, you'll get possessions that if they're long, 7-8 minutes at sometimes. They got the ball with 11:57 to go in the second. We're now at a 7:17 and counting before halftime. Handoff faked up the middle, give it around the right end to Green, and Green got close to another first down. Going to be about a yard shy at the 36, but Green is running hard. Seems to be the guy that's had the most success.
Yeah, it was a really nice play, but even that wasn't clean. The quarterback ran into him and was kind of fumbling the ball, and I did see a flag come down. I'm not sure what it was over there. But
yeah, and you saw right because they're going to call a hold against Spencer as everybody was walking backwards.
And that's just a killer. You've got a positive drive. You just picked up about 6 or 7 yards, it looked like, and now you're in the hole again. You're off schedule. But again, not clean. Something's just not right about the timing.
If you're just joining us, Cade Gooden, junior quarterback for Collins, has 2 rushing touchdowns and has thrown for 1. And the Titans lead 21-0. Spencer trying to scrap something together here in the second quarter to try and get back in the game. It's going to be 2nd and 15 all the way back to the 48. They're still on Collins' side of the field, though. Davis way up under center again. Handoff, middle. And this time they're going to go back to Noah Kropp, the senior, able to maybe eke out a couple of yards, give him 3 up to the 45. And it'll be 3rd and long, 3rd and 12.
So that was what Coach Lucas referred to as inside veer. That was a true triple option.
You're almost, the snap almost happens simultaneously, but you're almost putting that running back in Higdon on the left side in motion. He gets up, then the snap happens.
Yeah, and you mesh right there at the line of scrimmage.
To prove your point, what you were talking about, timing. It's all about timing.
Yeah, and they've struggled with the timing, as we've noted. So
3rd and 12 and a timeout. Collins didn't like what they saw, or no, was it Spencer County? The official one, I think he initially said it was timeout Spencer County. If so, that's their last timeout of the half. They have used all 3, and we'll try to figure it out. Still didn't get a signal from the referee on whether or not that was Spencer or Glycon. Let's take a timeout, come back, and get this 3rd down and 12 play in for Spencer County next on Glycod Sports.
No one college can be all things to all people, but Bluegrass Community and Technical College is as close as it gets. We're affordable, like you've got a great chance to graduate with little to no debt. Affordable, flexible, with in-person, online, and hybrid programs. And you can easily transfer your credits to continue on to a 4-year university. So while we can't be everything to everyone, we can be a lot of things to you. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
3rd and 12 call coming up for Spencer County, and we're ready to get back to action. Can they convert? Snap. Davis, quick throw, complete to a wide receiver on the right side. First pass of the year completed by a Spencer County Bear to Armin Smalley, a senior wideout who doesn't get the first down, but he might make Mike Marksberry think about this at 4th and 7.
I think his plan was to try to get 5 or 6 yards and then go for it.
Nice design pass that time.
Collins
Coach.
has been backing out, and he called the right play at the right time. Hit, stop, whatever some people call it, turn.
Little turn, little.
Yeah, so a nice play, nice
flare.
throw, nice catch. So I think in his mind he knew what he's going to do if he caught the pass. So he's definitely he had 2 plays in mind.
That's exactly it. 4th and 7. They're on the off. They have the offense on the field. Going to throw again. Now trying to escape, and he'll throw it away. And it's either that or take a big loss. So give Davis a little credit there. It's going to give the ball right back to Collins, but Spencer County does put together a few first downs. They had a huge holding call that really nailed this drive and made them give it back.
Yeah, that killed the momentum. Smart play by the quarterback there, Davis, to not get sacked and give up more yards. They fake the inside option and try to go play action.
All right, tonight's broadcast would not be possible without the support of our corporate partners. Please let them know how much you appreciate their commitment to providing free-to-watch high school athletics programming on Glycod. So Collins, the offense, back on the field. All 3 of their previous drives have finished in a touchdown. They've not had to punt the ball away once tonight. It'll be 1st and 10 from their own 40. Decent field position for Gooden, who has just been spectacular so far. Snap. Back to throw, all day to throw. Going to throw it deep, right side. Got a man, complete at the 30. And that's a move made by Avion Delaney, and he's going to score. That's a 60-yard touchdown just like that.
Not what you want to give up. It was interesting. It looked like the defensive back had decent coverage, and then he just kind of lost his man. Really good patience again by Gooden, waiting to find the open man. I think they're going to have to start rushing a little bit and not let him just pick receivers.
Huge play, and you're going to see how much separation that the the wide receiver Delaney had, and then made a couple of moves and found himself at pay dirt.
That move back inside and get vertical, that's a really good move by that young man.
So the extra point by Miller is up and good, and that makes it 28-0, and the route is on with 4:58 to go here in the second period.
He is a good kicker. You can hear his kicks up here when he hits the ball. It's always a good sign of a kicker.
That booming sound.
You can hear it. As Vince Lombardi said, you can hear a good tackle. You can hear a good kicker also. I've been impressed with Goodwin's ability to set and scan the field and then find someone open. That shows some maturity and understanding also where the routes are developing. And now he has a lot of time because they're not rushing him, but sometimes that works against the quarterback because he gets antsy. He hasn't done that. He's set in the pocket and found open people.
One of the things he's going to have to work on is accuracy down the field, which is not to say that he can't. I'm sure that's something that you can improve on, especially when you have the building blocks that he has in place.
Yeah, and downfield passing is an art. To be accurate down the field takes time and takes reps.
We'll be kicking off once again. Spencer County will get the football. Down 28-0 now, so Gooden has 2 touchdown passes, 2 touchdowns rushing. The pass to Delaney is the second time in this game that they have hooked up. Delaney now with 4 touchdown catches on the season, and Gooden with 7 touchdown completions. The kickoff way back hits the top of the A in the end zone, and that'll bring it out to the 20. First time we've seen one of the kickers reach the end zone on the kickoff.
Yeah, that was a really nice kick. That as a coach, that makes you really happy also. If you can do that.
See a little bit of pink in the sky. That's the old saying, red at night, sailor's delight. Just absolutely beautiful.
Beautiful evening.
Here at Titans Stadium. Collins with their big scoreboard on one end that lights almost the entire stadium up.
So what you're thinking here, you don't want to give them another score before half, so try to keep the ball and don't let it be 35-0 in halftime.
Davis under center. Everybody's set. Pitch out to the right side. A little bit of running room for Green. Green got free. Down the sideline. They may not catch him. 30, 20, 10. Touchdown Spencer County, and just like that, they're on the board.
Or you can just score on first down and not worry about it. But the thing about that play, what was correct, Jim, the timing and the pitch. The pitch was perfect, right in his hands. The timing of the play worked.
13 seconds is all they needed to get that play And down the field, Green went to get that touchdown. Huge run, and they're on the board, and it looks a little bit better anyway before halftime. It's now 28-6. Let's see what they decide to do on the conversion. Looks like they may have the offense out there and may try to go for the 2-point conversion.
Now, if you're a defensive coordinator, you're going, well, it's great, but we got to go right back on the field. But you take the points. But the timing of it, again, we've been stressing it's been off. That wasn't. Great pitch, right where it's supposed to be, everything executed, and it's a touchdown. That shows what this offense can do when it's right.
So they'll go for 2. Davis sets his line, turns, first man through, and they may have gotten in, I believe. Still no signal. Yeah, over here on the side, I think they got a good 2-point conversion. Looked like it may have been.
Did they rule it no good?
Maybe not.
I never saw a signal, quite honestly.
I thought I saw the left official over here put his hands up, but they're not going to put it on the board. So unsuccessful on the 2-point attempt. It looked like it may have been Phelps that they had in there to try and get that 2-point conversion ducked in there, but couldn't get him all the way inside the end zone, real close to the goal line. That probably would be a 8 to 10 minute delay with replay if this was college football. Would you agree?
Maybe 30 minutes. It drives me. Or Major League Baseball is even worse. But, I think the guy over here signaled time, a stoppage of time, but I'm not sure. But that was inside veer and that was dive, and he just gave it. And they got good movement, but they didn't get in somehow.
So it stays 28-6, and they have to give the ball right back to Collins, who has scored on every offensive drive so far tonight. 4 drives, 4 scores.
Yeah, your hope is you can stop them, get the ball back, at least go in 28-6, not 35-6.
Yeah, you don't want to let them run 4.5 minutes off and end it with a score here. That would be a backbreaker. All right, kickoff coming.
And you do get the ball, so if you can go in to 28-6 and do something in the second half with the first drive, maybe it's 28-12. You never know.
Jackson Brown, sky kick, angling it over toward the right sideline, taken by one of the upbacks. He'll get across the 30 up to about the 34, squeezing through. And the return made by Davion Dale. They told me up here in the press box they call him Davy. That's a good 50s or 60s sounding name, isn't it? Davy Dale?
Davy Dale.
You got to love it. Sound like a guitar player in California back in the 60s. 1st and 10 at the 34. Good run back that time by Dale.
It'll be interesting to see what Coach Lucas does, if he does try to score right away or if he does try to possess the ball a little bit. With the success they've had, he may just say, let's go score again.
They're going to line up in the shotgun. Gooden. He's got a back with him, and it's Dale. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Going to roll out there. Dale leading. No, it's Askew who's actually leading the blocking. Down the sideline, incomplete. Throwing it behind the receiver as it was Jackson McIntyre who was coming back to his quarterback, which is what you always teach your receivers when they're rolling out. And McIntyre had to go back across his body toward the inside of the field. Couldn't pull that one in.
Yeah, once you know he's rolled and the initial plays over, guys that went deep come back, guys that went short go long. That's how you coach them up.
So 2nd and 10. First scoring drive of the night tonight. Collins converted on 2 3rd and longs. So 3rd down is not something they're afraid of, at least in this game anyway. Askew fake the handoff. It'll be Gooden, and he'll get up across the 35 to about the 38-yard line.
That was what's called quarterback counter. So there's 2 pullers off the backside, and then he keeps the ball. Nice play by Spencer's defense because that could have been a big, big play. Really nice play by the contain element of the defense making the tackle.
Somebody staying home that time looked to be the linebacker Truitt, who came up and helped out. 3rd down and 6 from the 38. 3rd longest 3rd down conversion try of the night for the Titans. And looked like somebody moved up front. One of the defensive ends for Spencer County, that's Richard Gilbert, the junior.
You definitely don't want that.
He jumped earlier in this game. Now you go from 3rd and 6 to 3rd and 1.
5-yard penalties are killers.
So that changes, I would think, what Jerry Lucas wants to do here. Hey, who knows? He's had so much success tonight, he may just stay with it.
4th and 1, I can get it. Yeah, let's just go with what we got rather than have a mental rep of not doing what we called.
Tell you, Askew's got really good size in the backfield, too. Gooden looking for a lane, found one, got away, and gets tripped up, but got the first down across the 45 to the 47-yard line.
So another quarterback lead play, Askew blocking for him. Good job by Gooden finding the backside alley to find that first down. Spencer actually played that pretty well and had it defensed out, and he found the cutback lane.
Askew we've seen him carry a couple times tonight, looked really good, but you're right, he's a good blocker out there for Gooden. Good size. Gooden's going to throw. Quick throw. Able to get it there. It may have been tipped at the line, then a fumble. Are they going to call it incomplete, or are they going to say a fumble? They're going to say incomplete. Who was that out there in the flat? Couldn't quite see who that was that the pass was intended for. It was actually one of the wideouts coming back. It was Jaden Martin, the senior. But may have been tipped at the line, Coach. It seemed like it fluttered to get to the receiver.
The ball fluttered. It did like something was up. And then he couldn't really get control of it as he went down for the incomplete pass.
2nd down and 10, still at their own 47. Quick throw to the outside, ducking under one tackle, able to get away from another, and down at the 50-yard line is the receiver, Avion Delaney, with the 2 touchdown catches tonight. Delaney will set up a 3rd and 7 after the 3-yard. He had to do a lot to get 3 yards there.
He definitely earned it. He's kind of a shifty little guy, too. So we're seeing different elements of the spread game here, the screens, the quick pass, things of that nature. I expect somebody to go deep here real soon because that Spencer County defense has had to play up.
Going to throw. Gooden, 3rd and 7 all day. Still looking, dancing down the middle of the field, and it is caught at the 15-yard line. Touchdown. What a play for the wide receiver, Jason Hentz. And Hentz said, oh, yeah? Delaney, you think you're going to take the lead on me? I'm going to stay right behind you. That was a well-defended pass. As we take another look at it, Coach, a well-defended pass. He just basically took that away from the defender.
Right, 2 guys there. There's not much you can do. What a great play. And again, Gooden sitting there, finding someone coming open. And that time, he put the ball on the money. That was a really good throw down the middle of the defense after setting for a while. And what a great catch by the receiver.
And the extra point by Miller is up and through. He remains perfect on the season. So Collins now has added to their lead. It's 35-6 as Spencer County had won 3 out of the last 4 in this series. Well, Collins said enough of that. We're back in a moment on Glycod Sports.
Listen up. In a world overwhelmed by noise, we live life on simpler terms. Our terms. No agendas, no drama. Our road, our rules. Let's ride.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
3rd touchdown pass of the game for Cade Gooden. So 3 touchdown passes, 2 touchdown runs. And now on the season, he has 4 touchdown rushing, and he has 8 touchdowns through the air.
This is accounted for 12 touchdowns in a game and a half.
I'm starting to lose count, Coach.
Not bad numbers. So Spencer here, you just want to go to halftime. Don't give them the ball back. Don't fumble. Do anything. Just get to halftime. Don't let them score again. And Jerry's got 2 timeouts. He may use them and force them to punt the ball and see what we can do. Why not with the success he's had, right?
That is Hentz's 3rd touchdown catch of the season. So he's now 1 behind Delaney. Here comes the kick. It's another good one. And it'll hit the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
If that kid can continue to do that, that's a great weapon in high school football because you start on the 20 no matter what.
If you're Mike Marksberry, you go into the locker room or over here on the hillside, what are you telling your team at halftime? We're about 2:32 away.
Well, depending on what happens here, you just got to regroup and you got to fix the timing on offense, get back to the basics. And he said it earlier. we're a good fundamental football team. We do things right. That's what they haven't done. So that would be my speech at halftime. We got to play Spencer County football. Forget the scoreboard. Let's do fundamental things right so we get better for the year.
Last thing you want to do is turn it over here.
Yeah, now if something bad happens here, he may say more than that.
1st and 10. Davis puts a man in motion. Gives it, though, to the first up back, and may have gotten back to the line of scrimmage. That was Noah Kropp again. And just got back to the 20, so it'll be 2nd and 10.
So it'll be interesting if Coach Lucas uses the timeout after this down or not to try to get the ball back. If you score, you're in running clock situation. Maybe he doesn't want that till the second half. You're thinking about those things now as a head coach.
Yeah, do you bring Gooden out for another half of play, or do you go to a backup? And
generally you always play those guys the first series of second half.
Motion again. This time Davis will keep it and run for his life, trying to get to the right sideline. Gets around a guy, got to the line of scrimmage and pushed out of bounds. Looked like right at the 20-yard line, so no gain on the play.
And now no reason to use the timeout, so you can use it after 3rd down.
1:35, clock's running.
Oh, I guess he didn't go out, huh? Okay.
Not sure. Thought it looked like he went out. Now
he's trying to stop it now.
Stop the clock. Yeah, you didn't wave your arms, sir. 1:30 to go is when the clock stops, 35-6, and it's 3rd down and 10. No gain officially on the play. Did we have a penalty flag over there?
I don't believe I saw one. It was a nice hit, but it was definitely illegal and inbounds. From a coaching's perspective, I'd want the ball back and try to score. Don't take anything for granted. Get the running clock, secure the win, and then you can do things in the second half you want to do. But not everybody thinks that way.
We talked about how this is a little bit of a rivalry. You think next week's a rivalry? Shelby County and Collins.
Definitely a
Cross
rivalry.
town.
Yes.
3rd and 10. Davis, pitch out. Looking for a lane, not much there. Maybe Kropp. We'll wait till the pile unfolds.
Well, there's your answer. Coach is calling timeout. So,
and he's going to call the timeout.
That's the play that scored a touchdown earlier. If you notice, pitch was a little off. He couldn't get the handle on the pitch. Get very little yardage. It's just not been. I don't know what the word is. It's not been clean as we've been using, but there's a better word for it.
Disjointed, maybe.
Yeah, it just has not been timed out well, and that really hurts that offense.
It was a good run on 3rd down. Gives them 5 yards, and it wasn't Kropp. It was Green. So it'll be 4th and 5 for Spencer after the timeout with 1:21. I think you punt here. Is there any question that you punt?
You'd have to punt, and Coach Lucas is thinking kind of what I'm thinking. You get this score, you get the running clock in the second half, you can do what you need to do to get your team better. Don't mess with fate. Just do it. So I would expect he'll use a timeout. Well, he'll save one now because this is 4th down.
So both teams now with just one timeout in the first half. 1:21 to play. 35-6 Titans, and looking to possibly add to it. Punter is in. Snap at least was back to him. Smalley lets it go. Not a bad punt. It's going to land and go out of bounds right at midfield. They'll mark it up all the way to the 47 on the Spencer County side. And that's where Collins will have a short field with 1:15 to go. And you give Gooden 1:15, that's all the time in the world.
Well, Coach Lucas in his pregame said they went into a 2-minute drill right in the last game, and that really got them going. So they're good at 2-minute. We know that already. So here's a chance to practice it for down the road. So I would expect a good 2-minute offense here. You've got one timeout to work with. You're getting better for down the road.
And I would think you maybe send another defensive back in there. If Hens can make a catch like that and wrestle it away from 2 guys and then wrestle them to the end zone.
Yeah, it's a great play by that
young
man.
Oh, my goodness. Ridiculous.
The problem is then you're short on the run, and they've been running the ball well. So you're in no man's land right now if you're Spencer.
1st and 10, 47 of Spencer. Gooden puts a man in motion. Will give it to him. Double reverse, and then back to Gooden. He's going to throw. And off to the side, they get the football on a wide-open receiver in Delaney, and Delaney will get up to the 32 before he's ushered out of bounds And it's a first down, a 15-yard gain, and only 10 seconds off the clock, and it stops with going out of bounds.
A lot of razzle-dazzle, but that young man made a smart play. Go out of bounds. You know it's 2 minutes. You save your timeout.
So you had an end in motion from the left side. You give it to him. He gives it to another wide receiver coming from the right, and then back to the quarterback. Not exactly the flea flicker, but somewhere along the same thought process. First and 10, 33-yard line. And Gooden having to escape, throws, gets hit into the end zone, push off too long. Lot of contact between the receiver and the defensive back there in the end zone.
So that was the second time we've gotten pressure. They brought an edge blitz. Really good job by Gooden of understanding where it was, and he made a nice throw there under duress. That was almost a completed pass.
Hence was the intended receiver, got a little room at the very end and got away from Isaiah Smith, but the ball thrown long. And boy, Gooden took a shot at the end of that one from two defenders.
He did. First time he's really been pressured, and he did get hit. We'll see how he responds here.
Dropped the football. Gets it back, throws it over the line, and incomplete. Intended for Delaney. Pardon me, for Delaney. That's who the pass was intended for at the 28-yard line, but a little bit too far out of his reach, and I think Gooden would like that one back because he may have hurried that just a bit after dropping the snap.
Well, it's a crossing route, so you've got time. The crosser should slow down as he comes across. He just got in a hurry because he dropped the snap.
So 3rd and 10 from the 33 of Spencer. 4 receivers out to the left. Gooden.
Pressure again.
Yeah, a little pressure. There's a flag. That'll probably be a hold. And the pass complete, a first down at the 21. And the pass was completed to Caleb Askew, the running back. But a penalty against Shelby will wipe that play off and get them way back. It's going to be 3rd and a bunch.
So I'm sure Coach Lucas now has some good motivational stuff at halftime on this drive. Sloppy penalties, not into it. So he'll find a way to remind him of that at halftime.
Did you see the indication? It was something in the backfield.
I did not, actually. I'm sorry I missed it.
May have been a helmet-to-helmet or something along those lines. Somebody got held, possibly. 43 seconds left, 35-6. This drive has taken the longest of any drive we've had tonight. So a 10-yard penalty back to the 43. It'll be 3rd and 20. Not out of the realm of possibility for the quarterback, Gooden. Cage going to throw it down the field and incomplete. At the 30-yard line, probably was not going to be enough for a first down. It was intended for Jaden Martin. And Martin couldn't pull it in. So 4th and 20, what do you do?
Well, I'm sure Coach Lucas will probably try verticals again. He's had success with it. That was a little bit of a deep, what we call deep curl hook. And the timing just was a little bit off.
He is not
actually going to punt the ball.
He's not happy. The hat came off, and he is, let's say, unpleasant right now.
As I said, that gave him some motivation at halftime to get in these guys a little bit and say, we can't have that. And what you tell them is, hey, we're going to have a 2-minute drill that matters. We got to get better now, and nothing's like a game.
So in is the kicker, Miller. Gage Miller to punt the football away. It's his first punt of the game. And whistles everywhere. Is that a delay? It is. Delay of game. They didn't get it out there in time, but that just gives Miller another 5 yards.
Yeah, it may have been on purpose to give him some time and to run the clock down.
39 seconds remaining.
Coach Marksberry wants to save that timeout for his offense. He's not going to use it there. He's just going to let him have 5 yards to punt it. It's not that big of a deal.
Titans will try to pin him down deep. Back deep for the Bears is Crop. And it's a kick that's going to bounce at the 15, then get out of the way. It just about hit Crop, and then down to the 2-yard line. 45-yard kick, no return. Can't do him much better than that.
No,
Miller's
really
happy.
Very, very well executed. And we talked about special teams early, but boy, Collins' special teams have been really good. As you pointed out, the That kicker 10 for 10, I think you said earlier, and now that's a good punt there. And that probably coach punted that ball to make sure they get a good punt on film and be able to coach it up.
We're going to break all this down during the halftime show. Make sure you stay with us here at Glycod as we'll give you all the scoring plays, give you some analysis of what went on, and talk a little bit more about it. That's coming up here at halftime. Just 28 seconds remaining, 35-6.
You can't knee the ball here because it's a safety, so you got to run a play and try to get some yards.
And the Titans are going to pin their ears back.
Yeah, and they're coming after you. This is a bad situation.
Handoff, and he's able to break through for a couple of yards. Was that Crop or Green? Have to wait till they unpile. And it was Crop who's able to get at least to the 5-yard line. They're going to give him the 6, I think. So not a bad gain. Get you out a little. Oh, give him the 7. So a nice 5-yard gain, and then time will run out on the first half.
Exactly what you wanted if you're Spencer. So.
Well, it's been all Titans. Only one punt in the first half. Cade Gooden has put on a clinic, and Spencer just not clean in the first half. So we're going to break all the first half down in just a moment. 35-6, Collins on top right now on Spencer County. Halftime show commences next on Glycod Sports.
We all make choices about alcohol. Kids make choices whether to drink or not.
Bye, Dad.
Bye-bye.
Remember, I'm going to Alex's party tonight and sleeping over.
You have fun. Hey, remind me about that party again?
And adults make choices whether to talk about it. That's true of parents and every other trusted adult in a kid's life. Kids want to know our expectations, and they want honest answers in everyday conversations. So talk with your kids and help lead them on a positive path. Because when you talk, they hear you.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
You're struggling with something in school. Sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
At Don Franklin, we're about more than just selling cars. We're about families, generations of them. Founded by my parents in 1968, we've been here growing alongside you. From the first family car to the newest model for the next generation, our values of trust, care, and commitment are in every handshake, every deal. With over 5,000 vehicles to choose from, check them all out at DonFranklinAuto.com. Don Franklin, driven by family.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglas High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job.
With Fast Signs, see the visual possibility in your business. See it in lights and flags, on a van, in metal, on the floor, in color. With signs and graphics, you can say anything, do anything, be anything. So make your statement. With your masterful team of visual marketing experts, anything is possible. Fast Signs, make your statement.
Listen up. In a world overwhelmed by noise, we live life on simpler terms. Our terms. No agendas, no drama. Our road, our rules. Let's ride.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by Man of War Harley-Davidson, your 100% Kentucky-owned and operated Harley-Davidson motorcycle dealership at 2073 Bryant Road in Lexington.
Halftime here at Collins High, and it's been all Titans in the first half. They lead Spencer County 35-6. Tonight's scoreboard is presented by Don Franklin Auto, driven by family. Let's take a look at other games that are going on across Kentucky high school football, at least in the area. Henry County is at Lafayette tonight. Of course, Lafayette took it on the chin from this Collins team in week 1, and they've responded, well, let's say better. They're up 21-8 on Henry County late in the second quarter. Coach, a little bit of an eyebrow raiser there.
Yeah, definitely. If you have a loss the first week, you'd like to see yourself in the second week winning. It's good for Lafayette. Yeah.
South Oldham is up on Eastern in the second quarter, 14-3. Anderson County and Grayson County tied at the half, 7-7. Harvest Prep out of Ohio taking on Woodford County, and an extra point is all that's between them, 7-6. Woodford with the lead again late in the second quarter. North Oldham is at North Bullock, 27-7. North Oldham's got a strong team this year.
Yeah, since they got rid of me as a coach, they've done nothing but win. It's a really good group of kids. Brock Roberts does a great job. Luke Tompkins, if you don't know him, one of the best players in the state. Saw as an 8th grader when I was out as the head coach at North. It's actually 47-7. I just saw
you just got an update.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm very proud of that program, but yes, very proud of it.
And Oldham County is whooping up on Shelby County, 36-0. Things going well for the Oldham County
teams.
Doesn't
surprise me. Jamie Reed's an outstanding football coach, has been for years, coached against him, been around him. He'll win at that school just like he won at South Oldham. Yep.
That's our scoreboard tonight, presented by Don Franklin Auto, driven by family. We'll come back, talk a little bit more about this game in just a moment. It is 35-6. Collins with the lead over Spencer County. We're at halftime here on a night that may end up as a running clock type of game. Who knows with what might happen as the second half begins. Back in a moment on Glycod Sports.
No one college can be all things to all people, but Bluegrass Community and Technical College is as close as it gets. We're affordable, like you've got a great chance to graduate with little to no debt. Affordable, flexible, with in-person, online, and hybrid programs. And you can easily transfer your credits to continue on to a 4-year university. So while we can't be everything to everyone, we can be a lot of things to you. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
This is Woody with Simpsonville Automotive. Hope you're enjoying the game. We're leaders in customer care because we're always on. Free air out front, 24/7. Our gift to the town, it's always on. 6 loaner cars ready for pickup or delivery anytime. After hours, use our drop box or secure pickup boxes anytime. My team gets it done. Simpsonville Automotive. We are leaders in customer care.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
Hi folks, Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. HKC installs the most effective gutter guard on the market at half the cost of the national brands. We guarantee it. Call today for an additional 20% off.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more durability, versatility, and #1 rated reliability built in. Like Kubota compact tractors that can do it all right. Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut. And the Sidekick utility vehicle built for hard work and fun at 40 miles per hour. Kubota equipment lives up to the highest standards. Yours. Visit your local dealer today.
Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and Louisville. When you want the right agents for your real estate, choose the Van Treese team with Semin & Realtors, Louisville's oldest and largest real estate firm. Former University of Louisville basketball star Stephen Van Treese and his wife Laura have put their diverse and combined expertise to work in helping you buy or sell your house. Contact the Van Treese team at 502-468-1463 or visit them online at vantreeseteam.semin.com. Semin & Realtors, always one step ahead. This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by German American Bank. Building our community since 1910. HKC Roofing, better than guaranteed. Kinzer & Kinzer, delivering clean, comfortable air. And by the Van Treese team with Semin & Realtors, Louisville's oldest and largest real estate firm.
35-6, Collins on top of Spencer County. Take a quick look at the stats before we come down, and we'll take a short break and then talk about what teams need to do in the second half. 14-4, first downs. Martha Lane Collins. It's skewed toward the Titans, as you would expect, with a 35-6 score and Cade Gooden on the field. 139 yards rushing for Spencer County, only 5 yards passing, so 144 total yards of offense, while Collins has put together a 322-yard first half tonight. And 100 yards rushing, 220 through the air. Again, the Cade Gooden Show, Coach. And I'm Jim Tyree. This is Jamie Brown. The coach is with me tonight. And I've been impressed. I thought I would be, but he's lived up to the hype.
Yeah, yes, he has. And his judgment of what to do when the first route isn't there, he's standing in the pocket making good throws. And then every quarterback run they've called for him, positive yardage, including a big one earlier in the game.
Yeah. Gooden leads rushing 50 yards on 8 carries. He's also thrown for 222 on 9 of 19 through the air. Penalties hurt Spencer. 4 penalties, 39 yards, 3 for 25 on the other side of the ledger. We'll take a break, come back, and talk a little bit more about the second half. 35-6 Collins. Back in a moment on Glycod Sports.
No one college can be all things to all people, but Bluegrass Community and Technical College is as close as it gets. We're affordable, like you've got a great chance to graduate with little to no debt. Affordable, flexible, with in-person, online, and hybrid programs. And you can easily transfer your credits to continue on to a 4-year university. So while we can't be everything to everyone, we can be a lot of things to you. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
Donating plasma is an easy way to earn up to $600 a month as a new donor while saving lives. That's right. Every donation you make helps patients in need survive and thrive. Returning donors also see monthly bonus payouts and I Give Rewards points. Go to cslplasma.com to learn more about plasma donation. CSL Plasma. Good for you, great for life.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglas High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job.
We're big fans here in Kentucky of great savings at Cartown Kia.
Start the season with a win with savings on an incredible lineup of hot new Kias. Like 2025 Kia Sorento, just $269 a month or buy for 0% financing. Or drive home a new 2025 Kia Seltos, just $209 a month. And win big on hot new 2025 Kia K4. Yours for just $169 a month. $169 a month.
Our team is here for your team at Cartown Kia and CartownKiaUSA.com.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
Need a tow? Martin's Peterbilt Towing Service is here 24/7. Based in London and Pikeville, we will travel to you. Commercial trucks and trailers, no job too big. Call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Football on Glycod.
Take a look at the scoring summary and how we got to 35-6 in this game with Collins on top at halftime. Jim Tyree, Coach Jamie Brown with you. We come back and talk a little bit, of course, about Cade Gooden. 3 touchdown passes, 2 rushing touchdowns. He continues to be on the beat, and the longest touchdown pass was 60 yards, but I think the most impressive one was probably the one that he threw to Hintz that we'll see here in just a minute. Look at the first half scoring summary presented by Carpenters Local 1650. Build your winning career today. Visit carpenters.com for more information. 60, 53, and 27, the 3 touchdown passes by Gooden. This is the 53-yarder that he threw near the end of the first half to Hintz, the wide receiver. Probably the most impressive, but on the part of the wide receiver Hintz, who was covered by 2 defenders, wrestled the ball away, got into the end zone, and got the touchdown. That's just sheer determination.
That's a great play by the receiver. What I did like about Cade on that one is that he waited and he found his man, and he made a perfect throw on that one. He had to throw it perfectly to give the receiver a chance to do that. But what a wonderful effort by the receiver.
Collins had 2 touchdowns in the first quarter, 1 throwing, 1 running, and then 3 in the second quarter. Meanwhile, the only score for Spencer County was impressive in itself. Green, the running back, able to get down the right sideline and get an 80-yard touchdown run. Jake Green, who is the sophomore, 5'11", 175, and it was basically just kind of a pitch out to the side, and he did most of the work when he got down the sideline. Nobody was going to catch him.
Yeah, it's an old-school quick pitch, 8-9 pitch, coaches call it. But the important thing about that one, as we said, it was efficient, done the right way, and it hits for a big play.
It's about the only thing that's gone right for Mike Marksberry's offense tonight, as they have really struggled. There have been exchanges that have been bad. There have been fumbled snaps, a fumble on a punt snap. They just have not been able to get things to kind of be synchronized between their players.
That's the word we've been looking for. And if you think back to his pregame comments, we take care of the ball. We fundamentally sound. That hasn't happened tonight. And when you play a team explosive like Collins with a great quarterback and the people around him, it hurts you. And next thing you know, you're down 35-0 as they were at one point. So
we're less than a minute away from the start of the second half, and Spencer just now coming down the sideline to get in position for the opening kick of the second half. They started on the hillside, and then I think probably Mike Marksberry got some things out of his system there. They've had a good talking to.
I'm sure he gently reminded them of what Spencer County football is about, fundamentals and toughness and doing things right. And then, 0-0 now. Go play.
I know it's game 2, Coach, but when I talked to Jerry Lucas this week, you got that sense that they feel like they might have a special team this year.
I think he does feel that way based on his comments. He made right away, he said, we played hard both scrimmages and the first game. And any coach that says a team played hard, they're telling you that they got a chance to be good, because you got to play hard to be good to begin with, obviously.
Collins owns the series 10-5, but Spencer had won 3 of the last 4. It looks like Collins is going to put a stop to that tonight. They're going for their first 2-0 start since 2022. And Jerry Lucas is the only football coach they've ever had here at Collins. Back when I think it was 2007 when this school started, if I'm not mistaken.
Won a state championship, great programs, done a great job. When I was the head coach at North, we would scrimmage him. It was always great to scrimmage him. Kids were classy. He's classy. And it says something for him to stay here, because he probably had chances to leave with his success, particularly after winning a state championship. And Coach Marksberry's been at Spencer for a while.
Yeah,
so you got 2 guys that believe in what they're doing and do it the right way. That's what high school athletics is about.
2-time district coach of the year, Marksberry at Spencer County, back in 21 and 22. They had no turnovers in the Moore game, which is all the more reason that this has been a little befuddling, that they have not been able to get things clean in their offense.
And what's interesting, it was from the very beginning. It was even before they knew it was going to happen. They beat them 3 out of 4 times. They should feel comfortable coming here and playing, but just something's a little bit off, and that happens sometimes.
And we have not mentioned that you might have to give some of that credit to the front line of Collins. I mean, they might be disrupting a whole lot of things that Spencer's trying to do.
There's no doubt that the defensive line of Collins has won the battle up front, done a good job of keeping the linemen off the linebackers. And it just is disjointed for some reason, and all of it plays together.
Next week, be right back although across town. Collins will travel over to Shelby County High. Crosstown rivalry. Of course, we mentioned Shelby County. They are not having a good night at home against Oldham. 36-0 in the second quarter, the earlier score that we got. I'm sure it's probably advanced a little bit. They probably got a running clock in that game if things haven't changed.
Well, Jamie Reed's offense it's a lot like the wing tee. If you don't see it, you can't prepare for it, and once it starts rolling on you, it just rolls downhill. And then Shelby's under a new coach, and they changed coaches again. It's their third coach in 5 years, and you know, Coach Powell, he'll get them going. I mean, it's going to take time.
Collins last year put out of the playoffs in the first round by Highlands. Spencer actually got a win in the playoffs. They were on the road and beat Doss in the first round of the 4A playoffs 20-16. But then they ran into a team called Franklin County, and that's when things took a turn for the worse. 52-14, Spencer got beat by the Flyers.
Coach Eddie James, Franklin County, one of the best coaches that I've ever coached against and been around. His ability to manage the game and what he does is second to none. And I know the year before, Spencer, I think, went to the regional final, so some sort of success here lately. So this is not what Coach Marksbury wants. So he'll get them right. They'll get better. And he'll stress fundamentals.
Here's the good news. If you're Spencer County, you get the football because the coin toss was won by Collins. They elected to take the opening kick. So the Bears will get the football to start the second half, barring anything terrible happening in this opening kickoff of the second half.
I'm sure he's told them in polite words at halftime, we need to get some first downs and let's play Spencer County football. If they go 3 and out right away, give it right back to him, obviously it's going to be a much longer second half than he wants. Or shorter on the clock, but longer in terms of what the score is, you know. So
if they can't put a score up, then Collins, I would assume, after their halftime talk from Jerry Lucas, will try to put another score up quickly to get that running clock situation if they can.
That's what you want. You want to get it over with, secure the win, play some other players, do some things you need to work on to get better.
All right. Everybody getting in place. Back deep for Spencer County is Armin Smalley, as well as Jake Green. Gage Miller has got the ball on the tee and is ready to go. And it is away, and we're underway in the second half. And that one's going to hit the end zone 3 straight. That hit the inline out of bounds at the back of the end zone.
I think that was the furthest one he's kicked.
3 in a row now by Miller that have been touchbacks after he didn't get there in the opening, on the second drive of the game after the opening touchdown. But he's gotten there since. And, you know, we did mention it, but to mention it again, that is such a weapon in football now.
Huge weapon, particularly in high school football. Once it's in the end zone, it can't come out, obviously. And to pin people to 20 every drive, huge weapon.
Yeah, because teams are going to put their best guys, their best athletes back there, and you don't put the football in the hands of those guys that can hurt you. So Davis brings his line out and is getting ready to start on their first drive from the 20, 1st and 10. Turns, second guy, fumble. Yeah, on the ground, but picked up, still on the ground, and picked up by a Titan. And tackled at the 15-yard line, thrown down after the ball was fumbled twice. Josh Cochran Jr. of the Titans finally got it in his paws and had to be thrown down at the 15. So opening snap, fumble, things not going well for the Bears.
Not what you want, and again, it goes, we've said it the whole game, something's just not right in the offense and the timing. That thing was fumbled twice. It was a bad exchange originally. He dropped it. He picked it back up. Definitely not what Coach Marksbury wanted, and
so now Collins has the short field. Best starting field position at the 15 of Spencer. And another touchdown, and that clock will start running. Gooden out for this drive. 3 receivers left, 2 right, no back. Throws quick, complete to Delaney. Around a block to the 10, hops through. That's all he's going to get before he's put down by Smalley. Just shy of the 10-yard line. It'll be a pickup of about 5. And they actually mark him back at the 11, so 4 yards, 2nd and 6.
If Collins can develop the quick throw, the screen game, that part of this offense, it's going to be a really good offense by midseason.
Taking their time here, getting players switched out. Delaney's going to come off. And coming into the game is Hentz. He'll split out to the left side, be the outside receiver. In the backfield is Askew. Handoff Askew. In the middle, stutter step, 5, 4, 3, down to the 2. Tackled by Spencer County's Jacob Goodlett. Just inside the 2-yard line, it's a first down, and it'll be 1st and goal.
Good job up front by Collins, man on man. They stayed square to let the running back find a hole. I've been impressed with the ability to run block up front by Collins also.
Will it be Gooden for the 4th time tonight getting into the end zone on 1st and goal from the 2? Nope, they're going to give it to Askew, and it's an easy touchdown. First rushing touchdown of the year for Caleb Askew, the junior.
Good read by Askew. He started the front side, saw the backside A-gap open, put his foot in the ground, went vertical, and got the touchdown.
Didn't take them long either, but they only had to go 15 yards. 3 plays, they get it into the end zone. And again, the first rushing touchdown of the year for Askew. Here's Miller to put on the extra point. And again, perfect on the season. Snap, hold, placement's good. Kick is up, split them. And it's 42-6. We'll take a break and come back. This is Glycod Sports coverage of Kentucky high school football.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
3-play drive, 2-yard touchdown run for Caleb Askew, his first of the year, and Titans are now up 42-6. And
yeah, definitely not the start you hope to have if you're Coach Marksberry, and I'm sure at halftime he talked about starting well. So now just remind them, let's get some first downs, let's get better, let's try to improve because we need to.
At this point, are you just kind of working on things? If you're Mike Marksberry, do you kind of throw some things in there and say, well, this might come in handy at another point of the year? Or are you more guarded than that and don't want to show up opponents too much on film?
It kind of goes both ways. You want to get the ball in the hands of some people maybe you haven't seen enough of. Run your basic plays, see if you can get them. And then maybe try some exotic here and there just to make somebody prepare for it next week. But the way they put the ball on the carpet, he might just decide to run his basic stuff and try to get better.
Miller's kick may not make it this time. 4-yard line taken by Green. Over to the right side. Through, hit, tackled, 25-yard line, flag down. And now we've got some scuffling in the middle of the field. Some frustrations, I'm sure, on the part of Spencer County. Phelps getting into it with a couple of blockers there in the middle of the field. Flag is down.
I noticed earlier those same 2 guys were going at it a little bit, so they had a little bit of a rivalry going already. One of them got caught.
So Green on the return from the 4 to the 25. It's going to be a 21-yard return. But the penalty is going to be against unsportsmanlike against Spencer. Unsportsmanlike against Collins, and that'll offset, and we don't really have anything to show for it.
The most useless call in football.
First down and 10 from the 20. Do they have that marked maybe at the 26? Yeah, I think he's standing there at the 26, so I shorted Green a yard on his return. Give him 22.
I guess he's holding the ball because I don't see a ball anywhere. So.
Yeah, I think he's got it under his arm out there.
I wouldn't be surprised you might see a play-action pass. Just try to do something, get a score quick or a big play to make something positive happen.
Maybe another pitch to Green on the outside. See if
That's
he can
been a good play
edge.
when you get it right.
Yep.
Very, very, very true.
We are in a running clock situation, but the officials are taking their time.
Yeah, they're not worried
about it. I see what they're now. They've warned both teams that they're not going to put up with any of that funny business we just saw. They got the two unsportsmanlike calls, one each way.
Makes sense.
Yep. Give them credit. Darren Bray and his crew, Steve Kriz, Herb Hibbs, Don Hudson, and Woody Perry. And here we go. 1st and 10 from the 26-yard line. Their own. And a handoff quickly up the middle. It's, I believe, Noah Kropp, and it is. He's able to scramble, dragging defenders up to the 30-yard line, a 4-yard pickup.
Again, wing T, inside veer, that's what you want. 4 to 5 yards on first down, you're on schedule.
Spencer County next week will be on the road again. They have to go up to Louisville to take on Kentucky Country Day, which will be an interesting matchup.
I've been told Kentucky Country Day is a wing T double slot team this year, so that will be interesting.
Pass to the outside is complete to Smalley, and Smalley able to get a first down. Nice little pass play. Again, about 10 yards and out, and they're able to hit him on the cut.
Good route, good timing. He's got some speed out there. Really good job of turning and bursting for a few yards. That was a very nice play.
And Davis has completed 2 passes now in this game. He was 0 for 2 last week. Now has completed 2. And his first 2 of the season. I think the last one was to Smalley, if I'm not mistaken. Going on memory there.
I think you got it right.
So 1st and 10 at the 39.
He's a good-looking receiver, no doubt.
Listed at senior, 5'10", 170, but nice little speed. But I like the way he makes his cuts. It's a very sharp cut on that pattern.
Yes, sir.
That's the old college commentator coming out in me, Coach. Run up the middle, Kropp, and he'll get a first down. He ran into his own players and Collins players and is able to bulldoze his way for a first down. He's taking something personally here in this drive.
Well, old school trap out of wing T. It's the basis of the offense and pops for good yardage. Again, this is what you want if you're Spencer. You want to do the things you need to do to get better.
16-yard gain for Kropp, pardon me. And the senior gives him another first down. 1st and 10 from the 45 of Collins. Only the second time tonight that they've been in opponent's territory other than the 80-yard touchdown run. Back to pass. Davis again gets away. Scrambling. Going to run it. And we'll get to the sideline where he takes a pop from, I believe that's Dale. It was Davion Dale. Again, Davy Dale is what they call him, and he laid the hurt to Davis that time, but give Davis credit. He got a couple of yards on the scramble.
He avoided the initial rush, was able to find some yardage. That's a big play. That's a good play by that young man.
Actually give him 3. 2nd down and 7 as the ball's going to be spotted at the 42. And made something out of nothing, Coach. He was basically pinned back there. Looked like they were going to get him on a sack.
From the very start of the play, he looked pinned. He's got really good feet, and he's smart. He finds yardage.
42-6, 5:23 left to go in the third quarter. Spencer trying to get another drive put together here, and they have to call a timeout.
Yeah, a lot of confusion on that one. Linemen looking at each other, running backs looking at each other. So something, again, not right.
So with the timeout, we'll take it to. Back in a moment, 42-6. Collins leading, running clock. Can Spencer put something together here? Back in a moment on Glycon.
We all make choices about alcohol. Kids make choices whether to drink or not.
Bye, Dad.
Bye-bye.
Remember, I'm going to Alex's party tonight and sleeping over.
You have fun. Hey, remind me about that party again?
And adults make choices whether to talk about it. That's true of parents and every other trusted adult in a kid's life. Kids want to know our expectations, and they want honest answers in everyday conversations. So talk with your kids and help lead them on a positive path. Because when you talk, they hear you.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
5:13 to go in the third. 42-6 Collins, but Spencer might be putting something together here. They could cut this lead back down to where the clock doesn't run. Continuously, 2nd and 7 at the 42 of Collins. Davis very upset that his team couldn't get it together before having to call that timeout a moment ago. Sets under center. Man in motion is Green. They'll pitch it to him right side. Cuts back to the inside. Got tripped up. Able to find running room, and he's taking something personally. He'll drag about 3 black jerseys down inside to 35 to the 32-yard line. First down.
Really good effort, and if you're Jerry Lucas right now, you might start getting on your defense about running the ball, pursuit, all the fundamental things they've been doing well.
Well, I think we see some new numbers out there on defense.
Could be some second-teamers.
I think you're exactly right.
It's a chance for these guys to say, hey, I want to play too, so give the effort and make it work.
32-yard line, 1st and 10. On the opponent's side of the 50 is Spencer County. Man in motion. Pass, actually a handoff. I thought he kept the football, but Jake Green is going to get the handoff. He was about the last man to pass the quarterback. He got it and may have gotten about a yard.
That's the play they fumbled earlier. They fake a first handoff, hand it back to a second guy coming through. Nice job up front by Shelby of staying home in a gap and not getting pushed where there's a hole there.
Actually, they don't give him anything. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 now. And the defense of Collins, some of the second string guys out there now, they put a stop to that play very quickly. 42-6 your score, under 4 minutes in the third. 2nd down and 10. And in motion is Higdon. Going to throw out there. Higdon will block, though, as the catch is made by Smalley, and Smalley driven out of bounds. Going to be a short gain over on the sideline after he was able to secure the catch. He gets inside the 30 to the 29. It'll be a pickup of 4, so 3rd and 6 coming up. Oh, give him the 28.
Again, I like the receiver finds positive yardage. If Spencer can add a little bit of a passing game, that really helps them, obviously, as people try to defend that wing T.
3rd and a long 5. They've got to get to the 23. This is just shy of the 28. 3rd and a long 5. Crowd urging the Titans defense on. A throw into the flat, complete to the receiver Smalley, and they stopped him. He does not get the first down. He'll get to about the inside the 26. It's a short gain of about 2.5. It's going to bring up 4th and 3, Coach.
Yep, good, really good timing again. Good route, ball on the money right there we need it to be. Not sure, maybe you don't call a deeper route, but you're working on what you need to work on.
Keon Davis, as the quarterback, his confidence got to be lifted a little bit by the passing game tonight after not completing a pass last week, not needing to. He's able to get 3 or 4 in this game tonight.
Well, it goes to also what we said earlier. It gives that next opponent more to think about.
Pitch out. And first down. Inside the 20-yard line, it's going to be a pitch out to Jake Green, and Green follows his blockers. Good blocking out there by the wide receiver Smalley, who's been the only wide receiver to catch a pass tonight. And Green will get it to the 19.
That's the quick pitch. They execute it. They get a first down. It's good to hear the receiver that catches also blocks. That's always good.
First time in the red zone tonight for Spencer County. Remember, their only score was an 80-yard touchdown run. So they've not started from scrimmage inside the red zone all night long until right now. 1st and 10, 19-yard line. 1:20 to play in the third. Davis leads them to the line. Got Green behind him. And in the backfield, it was Crop. He'll fall forward for maybe a few inches, not very much.
That's the play they've ran several times, that second man through handoff, and even that one was a little bit off, but I think there's some penetration inside. The quarterback couldn't quite set his feet.
And that may have been Higdon. Not sure if it was Crop or Higdon that fell through. I thought it was Crop at first, but Higdon was the last one back to the huddle. 2nd and 10 after no gain on that play. Maybe the last play of the third quarter. And a timeout is called And who called this one? It's going to be Spencer County. They want to make sure they make the right call here with 32 seconds to go in the third. Down 42-6, ball at the 19. And a second down and 10 call coming up for Mike Marksberry and his Bears.
He must not like something he called, or he saw a different formation than he thought he was going to call.
So you, next week, have to stay on the road and go up to Kentucky Country Day. In practice this week, are you hard on them? Are you trying to get some of the fundamentals back down in practice? What's practice like going to be like this week?
I think Coach Marksberry, his practice is his practice. He said it earlier, fundamentals, inside run periods. He's going to do that. He'll probably put another emphasis going back to the beginning of the wing tee, the basic things, the handoffs, the fundamentals. And KCD, as I said, I've been told they're kind of a double wing team this year, so you're going to play a similar team, so it gives you a chance to practice full speed because your defense is used to seeing that. So I would expect a pretty good physical fundamental week. Yes, sir. Yep.
Coach, their schedule this year, it's brutal. After Country Day, they've got Henry County, then Fairdale, Western Hills, Franklin County, Shelby County, Grant County, and Nelson County. That is a murderer's row.
Yeah, Franklin on there. That's that's a tough one.
Second down and 10, throwing for the end zone, and it is caught. Touchdown. And a new receiver in there to make that catch. Looked like Brennan Nelson. Going to make sure I've got the number right. First catch of the year. Nope. Check that. It was Smalley.
I tell you, that was an excellent route. He pressed the DB and made a cut, and what a great throw. That was a nice play right there.
Got a little separation at the very end, makes the catch. Smalley gets his first touchdown catch
and you tell the QB
of the year.
You tell the QB to throw that back pylon, he threw it right to it. That was a nice play. If they can do that more, that's going to really help them.
Smalley had not gotten a touchdown yet this season, and they'll go for two. And it'll be Davis to try and get it, and he'll get the edge, and he'll get there. And that'll make it 42-14 with 23 seconds left to go in the third. So Spencer puts together a nice drive.
And a lot of good things out of that drive. They basic wing tee trap for some yards, and then the development of the passing game.
Here's another look at the two-point conversion. Davis, he hit the middle, bounced out, then decided I'm going to have to go toward the pylon, and is able to get there as Collins D could not recover in time. 42-14.
He has good awareness of where he is. He sees the field. He sees where to go to get yardage.
So Smalley gets his first touchdown catch of the year. Davis gets his first touchdown pass of the year. It went for 19 yards, and it stops the clock from continuously running now. 42-14 is the score, and Collins will try to answer it. I think we've seen the end of Cade Gooden tonight, don't you?
I can't imagine he would come in for this drive, and you never know, but I can't imagine he would. And you need to get that guy behind him some reps to be ready. You might leave some of those first-string linemen in, but you put in the second-string quarterback, let him operate.
So back deep for the Titans is Jaden Martin, the senior. Kicking for the Bears will be Jackson Brown. Brown approaches, kicks it. This one's going to be angled over toward the left sideline on one bounce at the 7-yard line. It'll be Martin to bring it up the field, and he gets tackled at about the 26-yard line. They're going to mark him at the 25, just over the 25. One official coming in at the 27, one at the 25, so we'll have to wait and see where they place the ball. Return of about 17, 18 yards for Martin. That'll be the end of the third quarter. Things got quiet. Then all of a sudden the siren goes off. 42-14 your score. Collins will have the football at the start of the fourth quarter next here on Glycod Sports.
Range Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street,
or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
Time matters, and when you need a fast and easy car wash, try Clementine's. Family owned and open 24 hours a day. Clementine's is a touchless wash that can make your car look as good as new in as little as 3 minutes. Visit them at Kroger Fuel Center at 2010 Highway 53 in LaGrange. Clementine's, a proud supporter of high school athletics, and juiced by Thomas Car Wash.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Anderson Sales and Service, a top choice for homeowners and lawn professionals. Crestwood State Farm agent Leslie Gilly. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. LaGrange Service Center, providing quality car care for more than 60 years. And by Clementine's Car Wash, LaGrange's 24/7 touchless car wash.
Officiating crew has started the fourth quarter. They have a first down run by Collins. It was Askew, and he was able to pick up 3 yards on first down. Ball at the 28-yard line on the Collins side of the field. I'm already looking forward to next week, Coach.
They were in a hurry on that one, weren't they?
In the middle of the field, complete. Gooden able to hit Hulsman. Hulsman had a couple of early catches in the first quarter. Haven't heard much out of him since. He's back in it now with a catch that'll give him a first down.
Yeah, he's a good fundamental receiver. He does a good job catching the ball, turn, got yardage. And we do see Cade Goodwin in there. And maybe he's going to do some basic passes. There are some things he wants to see. I can't imagine he would play after this drive no matter what happens.
They ran that first play to Askew, and I thought, well, they may just be content to run the football, and then they throw it on the next down. 1st and 10 from the 30 or the 42. Snap, handoff, Askew. Inside running lane, able to get to the 45, then shut down at that point. And making the tackle for Spencer County was Alex Calderon Garcia, the sophomore. For a sophomore up front, Calderon Garcia has really impressed me.
Yeah, I've thought that the line play on Collins' side, both sides of the ball, has been really good in the whole game.
4-yard gain on first down for Askew. It'll be 2nd and 6. 46-yard line. They will probably take a lot of the play clock on each play call. 10:05 to go in the game. Gooden slaps his hands, gets a snap, and will give it off in the backfield, coming underneath the quarterback. That's a little pitch to Delaney. Delaney able to get a couple of yards before he's driven down near midfield.
Really good pursuit by the Spencer defense there. 2 or 3 people at the ball. A little bit different play we hadn't seen, and they defended it well in the end.
If you own a business and would like to find out more about corporate partnerships on GlideCod and our free-to-watch high school athletics platform, please drop us a note at info@glidecod.com. Long play call coming in. Gooden finally ready for it. 9:20 to go. 2 receivers either side. Got Askew with him, and he'll let Askew take it, cross the 50, spins down near the first down. Initially, where Calderon Garcia hit him, he wasn't going to have it, but he kind of rode Garcia's body till he got the first down.
Yeah, good effort with his feet of finishing that. That's a little bit of that old Wake Forest, the way they run it, where he runs with him for a minute and then hands it. So I like Spencer's defense here. You mentioned earlier the young man from Spencer. I like how they're running to the ball. I like how they're tackling. I mean, there's a little more energy on defense. So that'd be good when coach looks at film. He can say, hey, this is how you need to play the whole game.
48-yard line, just enough for that first down. Now ready to go. They're taking just about all of the play clock before they get things underway. Here's a little handoff to Martin from left to right. He's able to pick up a couple down to the 46.
That's a different formation. First time we've seen what we call 20 personnel, 2 running backs, 3 receivers. So that's something new we hadn't seen yet out of Collins. I think some things Coach Lucas can do, too, to make that next team
I was getting ready to
work on them. Yeah.
Working on the film there.
Yeah. Make Shelby County. Okay, well, there's 20. Just something else you got to think about. So
under 8 minutes, 2nd down and 8. 42-14. Collins well in hand, and taking their time with their offense.
Those coaches are always thinking of things like that. So
you guys have one-track minds.
It's a sickness. It really is. Yeah.
2 backs again, but instead they're going to give it to the second one in Javon Hunter. Javon Hunter, first carry of the night, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage, if that, 46-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and a short 8.
So that's a different running play again, a cross buck out of the 20 personnel. So something else new we haven't seen.
So they're really throwing everything out there.
Yeah, probably some things he wants to get on film for teaching, his own teaching, but also
Right.
make Shelby County, make the people down the road, hey, this is there. We got to at least look at it. And this is pistol. We saw it earlier in the game. Now it's back to maybe the second or third time we've seen it.
3rd and 8. Kind of almost an obvious throwing down, but they're going to pitch. Askew cuts back to the inside, gets away from one, but not the second. Wraps him around the shoulders and brought him down. Not going to be a first down, and it was this time Dakari Kelsey. Or check that, I'm sorry. That is Richard Gilbert, who was able to stay with Askew long enough to cause him some problems and a loss of 1.
You can take this drive if you're Coach Marksberry and say, hey, this is how we want to play defense. This is how we run into the ball. This is how we tackle. And I know it's 42-14, but you're looking for anything you can teach positive out of this game.
So the offense still out there as of this time. Gooden goes over to get the play call this time. That's interesting. And they'll get into position. Everybody up on the line. No backs behind or to the side of Gooden. Under 6 minutes to play. They'll go for it on 4th and 9. Throw, middle of the field. Stretching out for it. Not able to pull it in is the intended receiver, Hulsman. On coverage for Spencer County was Caleb Higdon, the senior. And that'll turn the ball over and give it back to Spencer County. But I think getting a lot of the clock used, even though you were just briefly into opponent's territory, using a lot of clock, they did what they wanted to do there.
Yeah, they were just trying to find a way to run some clock and then work on a few things they want to do. That last play, the throw was a little bit off. It was a pretty good route by the receiver on that middle hook type route over the top of the ball.
47-yard line is where Spencer County will start this drive. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this is their best starting field position of the night. Davis under center. Nobody in motion. Handoff to Kropp. And Kropp falls through the line, able to pick up about 4, possibly 5, into Collins territory at the 48-yard line.
I'm sure Coach Lucas wants to see better effort this drive out of his defense. Even those young guys and new guys, he wants them to play.
Gain of 5 will make it 2nd and a long 5 because the ball, well, now they've placed it back at the 49, so give him 4, 2nd and 6. Under 4.5 to go. These last 2 drives, Spencer's looked much better than they had in early part of the game. There's Kropp again through the line for a first down. Again, there are substitutions in there on defense for Collins as guys down the list are getting some playing time.
True, but the way it's fitting together looks better. The timing's better.
Yeah.
It looks like it's supposed to look.
The offense looks much different.
Yeah.
42-yard line on that carry, so it's a gain of 7. Nonetheless, it's a first down. Kropp has run hard tonight, if not always effectively.
He's a good inside runner. He's definitely, he finishes forward and he tries to get yardage no matter what the situation is.
1st and 10. In the middle and hit pretty early. It looked like he had a head of steam, and then he was hit and driven back. This time it's J.J. Fisher, a senior, first carry of the game for Fisher, and he'll pick up 2 before he got hit by a wall. And
yeah, he'll learn to run with his pads forward, as they say. He was definitely under, the defender was under him.
2nd and 8 coming up from the 40. Nearing the 3-minute mark left to go in this one. Davis will keep it around the right side. Able to get the first down. Pulled down before he's able to get to the 20-yard line. He gets to the 22 nonetheless, and it's a first down.
And that was true triple option, what Coach referred to as inside veer earlier in the game, Coach Lucas. And he had the pitch man there if he needed it. So nice play there.
18-yard pickup by Davis that time. Fooled everybody. And Spencer possibly on their way to getting in the red zone for only the second time this game. Out wide to the left is Smalley. Still in there at running back is Fisher, and they'll give him the carry this time. Doesn't find much running room. It's going to be tough to get some of that in the middle there as the Titans defense shut it down fairly early. No gain. It'll be 2nd and 10.
A good job of the inside man not getting moved on a down block, and fullback had nowhere to go. We'll see if Davis keeps it this time off that option.
Collins well on their way to their second win of the season, their first 2-0 start since 2022. Davis will keep it again, pitch it out at the last moment to Higdon, and Higdon hit hard, but he does get some positive yards inside the 20, down to the 18, and it'll be 3rd and 7 or so. Make it 6.
Third element of the option, the pitch, is actually kind of a forward pitch. That happens sometimes. You watch Air Force when they do it. They pitch forward a lot, but it just doesn't get called. But you see all 3 elements now working.
Good decision that time by Davis, even if it was possibly forward, but he knew it was bottled up for him, so he gives it off to Higdon. 3rd down and 6. Handoff. Middle of the field, nothing there. It's Fisher again, and he's driven back. Tackle from Evan Cosme, a junior. And that'll bring up 4th and 6. They give him the 18. I'm not sure he got that. 35 seconds to go. This will probably be, well, depending on what happens, could be the last play of the game. Davis keeps it. Right side by 1. First down inside the 5. And he just won't go down inside the 3-yard line before he finds. Oh, they're going to mark him down at the 4. And that's going to do it. A good run by Davis, the quarterback, but they come up a little bit short of putting another touchdown on the board. Final score from here in Shelbyville, Collins 42, Spencer County 14. Another look at the last play of the game and the hard running by Keon Davis, the quarterback of Spencer County, but Cade Gooden just too much tonight, Coach.
Yeah, definitely a great night for Cade Gooden, throwing the ball and running the ball, as we talked about earlier, when he can run and throw. And what we learned was he can run. He can run the called quarterback runs, and he can scramble. So he's really got 3 things he can do to you. So that's hard to defend when that guy's a good pocket presence and runner, and when they call his number, he runs the ball well. So he's going to be hard to defend as this year continues.
Collins improves to 2-0, while Spencer County falls to 1-1, their first loss of the year. We'll start the postgame show when we come back in just a moment here on Glycod Sports.
Listen up. In a world overwhelmed by noise, we live life on simpler terms. Our terms. No agendas, no drama. Our road, our rules. Let's ride.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
Stuck on the road? Call Martin's Peterbilt Mobile Service. Our 24/7 commercial roadside service, truck and trailer repair, and warranty service will have you back on the road in no time. Call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling.
Leaves and other dirt and grime are no match against the experts at Suntime Pools, your BioGuard dealer. Weekly service, computerized water testing, or just need advice. Our reputation has made us the company of choice for all your pool needs. Visit us today for a full line of BioGuard swimming pool products. Suntime Pools.
Hey, who turned out the lights? Hello?
Drive with the confidence and security of a pre-owned Kia from Cartown Kia. This incredible certification package is loaded with a 5-year, 60,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, 10 years of national roadside assistance, and 2 years of free maintenance. Choose from over 70 certified pre-owned Kias or over 1,000 vehicles of all makes and models. It's new car driving at used cars prices with certified pre-owned Kias from CartownKiaUSA.com.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by Cartown Kia, your dealership for unmatched design, performance, and savings at 3120 Lexington Road in Nicholasville. Visit them online at CartownKiaUSA.com.
Back here, post-game show commencing on Glycod Sports is Collins' relatively easy time tonight with Spencer County. Final score 42-14. Let's take a look at the scoring summary brought to you by the IBEW Local 369. Power up your potential. It was the Cade Gooden show. I mean, I've said it once before. I'll say it again. He had a couple of rushes for a touchdown. He had 3 passes for touchdowns. Caleb Askew, his first rushing touchdown of the year. But Gooden looks comfortable in the offense. He looks smart in this offense, making good decisions. And more than anything, it just looks like that he knows how to run what Jerry Lucas wants him to do.
Definitely on the same page. I go back to the first drive, and we talked about it. 2 big third down conversions. And third and long, both of them. And that makes they go 7-0. If they don't get that, who knows where we're at. I mean, they still win the game. But that gives him confidence, and he operates in the offense. And to your point, he's on the same page as Coach Lucas. It fits him. They're using his talents well, and he can do all, like we said, all 3 aspects. He can run it, he can scramble, and he can sit in the pocket and throw.
The Titans had 2 scoring drives of over 80 yards, both of them 9 plays, one for 80. That was the opening touchdown drive. And then another one later in the second quarter. First play of the second quarter capped off a 9-play, 83-yard touchdown drive with a Gooden carry for less than a yard. But 2 passes tonight for touchdowns, 2 to Avi Delaney and 1 to Jason Hintz. Delaney now with 4 touchdown catches on the year. Hintz was probably the most impressive touchdown catch we saw of the night as he wrestled one away at the 15-yard line and then wrestled his way into the end zone after that. He looked very impressive on that one.
Yeah, that was a great play. Beat 2 people for the catch, and as you say, it drug 2 people into the end zone on a great play by him. He's a very physical receiver.
The 2 scores tonight for Spencer County, Jake Green, an 80-yard touchdown run, and then Keon Davis caught his first touchdown pass of the year, he threw his first touchdown pass of the year to Armin Smalley. That was just with about 23 seconds left to go before the third quarter ended. Long drive by Shelby County that got to about midfield. They took a lot of time off the clock, and then just before the game ended, Spencer County got close to the goal line but couldn't punch it in.
I think Coach Marksberry would be proud of those 2 drives, and he can improve on them. And the little combination of the QB and receiver Smalley, those two working well together, they look good. That's something they can build on, and if you can throw the ball just a little bit with the wing tee, you really put defenses in a tough position.
When you're running that wing tee, everybody comes up there. You want to play up front. You want to try to cheat a little bit, and it allowed Smalley to get open on those cuts, those little outs, a 10-yard up and cut toward the sideline. He did. I agree. He looked impressive on those cuts.
Well, and when you can throw it deep, throw the fade like they did the one time and also hit the timing routes, now you've eliminated at least one defender from the box.
Right.
And now you're short sometimes on certain formations, and that they can exploit that. And then if you have to play a deep safety because he's really good over the top, now you're short too. So that's something Coach Marksberry can build on.
It was 35-6 at halftime, and the stats were pretty one-sided. It ends up being a little bit better. It'll look better on paper anyway, 42-14, but 365 total yards on 43 plays for Collins, 262 for Spencer County on 44 plays. So not as bad as it could have been as they put together a couple drives there in the second half.
Yeah, I'm surprised on the 262, but at the same time as the running clock, I think the first half is what Coach Lucas, he was concerned because last week they were slow in the first half. This week they weren't. So now you put, two halves together, and Shelby's a little bit down, as we talked about. Who knows what happens next week, but at least now you can start the game well, and that, as a coach, that makes you feel good.
Spencer County was led by Jake Green, 124 yards rushing on 8 attempts. Of course, the big one was the 80-yard touchdown run. Keon Davis ends up 6 of 7 for 43 yards, and Smalley caught 5 of those for 39 yards and a touchdown. Higdon had the only other catch for 4 yards. On the Collins side, it was Gooden rushing for 50 yards and 2 touchdowns. Askew 40 yards and a touchdown. Dale for 30 yards. And then Gooden was 12 of 23 for 243 and 3 touchdowns tonight. He was not intercepted, and he was not sacked. But impressive nonetheless.
And the key, as you said, wasn't intercepted. I mean, that's the thing. He didn't really make a bad throw. He may have missed some throws, but he didn't try to force anything and turn the ball over.
We'll take another break, come back, and start heading into the ticker, see what our scores are. Back in a moment on Glycod Sports.
Let's get real. We offer a lot of the same courses you'll find at a 4-year college. But with our small classes and personal attention, you won't get lost in the crowd. College for the real world. College for your world.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
Hi folks, Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. HKC installs the most effective gutter guard on the market at half the cost of the national brands. We guarantee it. Call today for an additional 20% off.
This is Woody with Simpsonville Automotive. Hope you're enjoying the game. We're leaders in customer care because we're always on. Free air out front, 24/7. Our gift to the town, it's always on. 6 loaner cars ready for pickup or delivery anytime. After hours, use our drop box or secure pickup boxes anytime. My team gets it done. Simpsonville Automotive, we are leaders in customer care.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
When you want the right agents for your real estate, choose the Van Treese team with Semin & Realtors, Louisville's oldest and largest real estate firm. Former University of Louisville basketball star Stephen Van Treese and his wife Laura have put their diverse and combined expertise to work in helping you buy or sell your house. Contact the Van Treese team at 502-468-1463 or visit them online at vantreeseteam.semin.com. Semin & Realtors, always one step ahead.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by German American Bank, building our community since 1910. HKC Roofing, better than guaranteed. Kinzer & Kinzer, delivering clean, comfortable air. And by the Van Treese team with Semin & Realtors, Louisville's oldest and largest real estate firm.
Back at Collins High School, where they've won 42-14 over Spencer County. We're in the postgame show here on Glycod Sports, and my name is Jim Tyree, along with Coach Jamie Brown. And Coach, let's hit the scoreboard, presented by Don Franklin Auto, driven by family. And Lafayette seems to have bounced back pretty well after their loss to Collins last week. About 5 minutes to go in the third, they lead Henry County 40-8. So a nice bounce back.
Yeah, if you're Lafayette's coach, you got to be happy with that. And Matt Wright, Henry's County's coach, I'm sure he's not happy.
South Oldham 42-6 over Eastern. There about 6 minutes to go in the fourth quarter there. Anderson County has exploded. That game was 7-7 at the half. They are now up 33-7 over Grayson County in the fourth quarter. Harvest Prep out of Ohio is going to be on the short end tonight to Woodford. They're in the third quarter. Woodford up 28-12 over Harvest Prep. North Oldham has put a whooping on North Bullitt, 56-7, the final in that one. And Oldham County shut out Shelby tonight, 43-0. That's a final score. And
so Oldham and North is next week. So
Oldham and North?
Both 2-0 at Oldham County, and that would be an interesting game.
And Shelby and Collins.
Yeah.
So
Robbery
can Shelby
week.
get off the mat after losing 43-0 to Oldham County? So that's a look at the ticker tonight and some of the other games of interest in the area. Let's now move to our most outstanding players tonight, presented by Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job. And Scott will put it up there for us, and really not too much of a surprise on the Collins side. Cade Gooden, in the junior quarterback, just spectacular tonight. 243 yards, 3 touchdowns through the air, 50 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns there. As we said, just seemed to be in control.
Yeah, and the thing about him is there's so much room for improvement. He's going to get better and better and better, and that his upside, as we say in the coaching world, is really high, and he'll get there. That's the thing about that young man. It was a pleasure to watch him play tonight.
Jake Green is going to be our most outstanding player on the Spencer County side. Green, a sophomore, just a sophomore, 5'11", 175, and he tonight with 124 yards rushing on 8 carries, including the 80-yard touchdown run. Green, our most outstanding player for Spencer.
Yeah, really nice run, and we talked about all night the quote clean part of it, but that pitch, that play was executed properly, and you saw it a couple more times. That kid's got some speed, because once he had the edge of the defense, they were not going to catch him. So very, very nice play by that young man on that, and exactly what Spencer wants to do as they move forward.
All right, those are our most outstanding players. When we're break, come back, we'll wrap things up from here in Shelbyville, although we'll be right back here next week. We'll talk more about it coming up on Glycod Sports.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglas High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job.
Listen up. In a world overwhelmed by noise, we live life on simpler terms. Our terms. No agendas, no drama. Our road, our rules. Let's ride.
Central Kentucky Driving School is raising the bar in driver education because the safety of their students is too important for anything less. Offering driver training for teens and adults, Central Kentucky Driving School will equip you with the skills needed to become a safe and confident driver. A proud community partner, Central Kentucky Driving School invests in their students and families and guides you every step of the way. For more information, give them a call at 859-538-7775 or visit drivecky.com.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
To hear what's on your mind. Take this time to talk and get it right. You know I'll be there all your life. When you need me, I'll be by your side.
Little everyday conversations about the dangers of underage drinking can make a big difference in a child's life. Talk, they hear you.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Cartown Kia in Nicholasville, movement that inspires, and by Carpenter's Local 1650. Build your winning career today.
42-14, our final score here at Collins High as the Titans won, go to 2-0, first time since 2022, and Spencer County drops to 1-1. Let's take a look at the next week's schedule, brought to you by New Vista. New Vista, they see the good ahead. And the schedule, there's some really interesting games coming up in Week 3 in Kentucky high school football. Of course, right here in town, we go across town next week, and it's Shelby County taking on this Collins High team. And, boy, things could get ugly over there if Collins played the way they did tonight and Shelby plays the way they did tonight.
And you talk about going from a difference. Shelby had to face the double slot option tonight, and now they're going to face a spread. But, yeah, Shelby's been down recently. We all know that. But a rivalry game, you never know. But I would expect that Collins can win that one pretty easily.
Other games, Brownstown Central is at New Albany. That should be an interesting matchup. Male and St. X. That's always interesting when those two hook up.
And recently it's been hard to pick. Male had a better team, St. X wins. St. X is a better team, Male wins. Yep. And I know Male's struggling at quarterback a little bit right now, but Chris Wolf is one of the best coaches in Kentucky, and nothing there would surprise me either way.
Scott Moore, our producer, he's really looking forward to this one. Corbin at Bryan Station coming up next week. Manual at Douglas. That should have a little interest to it. And then South Oldham goes to Tate's Creek. Personally, I'm sorry, I'm out of the loop. I don't know what the Lexington schools got this year, but normally when they go down to Lexington, the Oldham County schools perform fairly well.
Well, and South's good again. Kane Sams took over for Jamie Reed now at Oldham County. He's kept the winning tradition going, and I don't know much about Lexington football right now either, but I know South actually went to practice on Wednesday at South and watched and saw them practice. They're good. They're physical, and I would expect South would probably win that game.
That's a look at the next week's schedule, brought to you by New Vista. They see the good ahead. That's going to wrap things up for us here in Shelby County. Well, Shelbyville. We're at Collins, so but I'm looking ahead already because we'll be at Shelby County next week for that matchup against Collins, and we'll be on the airs at the same time. 7:30 is the kickoff. Pregame starts at 7 o'clock, so make sure you join us. My first time ever to be with Jamie Brown. Good to be with you, sir. Fantastic job. I learned something, man.
I appreciate that.
Absolutely. Enjoyed it very much, and would look forward to working with you if we're together next week. So make sure you join us for that game next week. Thanks for watching tonight. Our final score, once again, it was Collins High 42, Spencer County 14. Good night from Glycod Sports.
From Glycod, this has been Central Kentucky High School Football. Tonight's game was brought to you by Bluegrass Community and Technical College. College for your world. Man of War Harley-Davidson. 100% Kentucky owned and operated. IBEW Local 369. Power up your potential. New Vista. We see the good ahead. Martin's Peterbilt. Keeping you rolling. Elite Building Products in Nicholasville, where you'll find top quality products for your home. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment. The right equipment for the right job. Suntime Pools and Spas. Good people to know if you have a pool. And by Fast Signs.
Visit glycod.com and follow us on social media for information about upcoming broadcasts and other high school sports content. Thank you for watching this live sports presentation on Glycod.